This is SportsCenter.
I'm Sean Ryder. ESPN's Adam Schefter reports that the Titans are releasing quarterback Jarius Sneed after 2 seasons. Colts are signing safety Jonathan Owens. He spent the past 2 seasons with the Bears, appearing in all 34 games. 49ers recently signing receiver Mike Evans to a 3-year deal worth over $60 million. Evans on why he signed with San Francisco.
A team that always compete, even with the injuries last year. I think they went 13-4. I mean, I feel like they were one piece away, and I think that I'm that piece. And I look forward to coming here and improving that.
Mike Evans had an injury-plagued season with Tampa Bay last season, playing 8 games. College basketball SEC tournament quarterfinals, and Florida knocks off Kentucky 71-63. Alex Condon, 22 points, 10 rebounds. Big Ten tourney quarters. Early second half, Illinois leads Wisconsin 54-43. Earlier, Michigan gets past Ohio State 71-67. Atlantic 10 quarterfinals, 8 minutes to go in the second half. Dayton leads St. Bonaventure 51-47.
Confetti Craze 5-Hour Energy tastes like straight-up birthday cake. Vanilla, buttery, funfetti flavor in one tiny bottle. It's all cake, no sugar, and perfect when I need a quick, tasty caffeine boost. Get yours today at 5hourenergy.com or Amazon.
Matt Moscona.
I'm very important.
After further review.
Say it one more time.
After further review with Matt Moscona.
And here we go.
Live from the Raising Cane studio.
Let's ride!
And off we go. Welcome aboard. Glad you're with us. AFR presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar. Matt.
Love you, Matt.
Paul O'Neill.
They're chanting Paul O'Neill's name.
Muso. And Mr. Toby Tomplay. All right, we're here. Glad you are as well. Get out there and make it a good one. Terrio, an hour from right now, is LSU set to open up SEC play at Vanderbilt. A lot to do. Let us begin as we do every single day.
It's time to pop the top on another edition of AFR with Bud Light. Drink easy.
Just a bit, we'll get to some projected win totals released for the upcoming college football season. LSU's number quite honestly surprised me. So I'll tell you that coming up here in just a bit. We, on Thursday, heard from the first batch of Saints free agents, along with Kellen Moore, as the Saints are moving their way through this era of the offseason, heading into year 2 under Kellen Moore with decidedly increased expectations. And as odd as it is, considering as rough as the last half decade has been for the New Orleans Saints, I love what they've done so far. And I don't mean that to be tongue-in-cheek or in any way dismissive, but they deserve an awful lot of criticism for what's happened the last half decade. They haven't made the playoffs, in a half decade, and they've missed on a lot of free agent targets. They've let really good players walk out of the building. Dennis Allen obviously was a terrible hire. And now, though it feels like they're pointed in the right direction, especially for a team coming off a 6-win season. But I love the addition of David Edwards. I don't love letting DeMario Davis walk, but you added Caden Ellis, keeping Dylan Radins as a backup option on the interior. And, aside from Edwards, the biggest addition was Travis Etienne, guy from Jennings who went to Clemson, was a great college back, was drafted by Jacksonville, was a 1,000-yard rusher, a guy still in his 20s, and you paid a handsome number for it. But here's a guy that even acknowledged, like, being from Louisiana, that he grew up a Saints fan.
Going to my
my grandma and my grandpa's house each and every Sunday. We were watching the Saints, man. And just when Katrina happened, and you know how the city rallied behind them, and it's just to be a part of that, just to be a part of that history, and to come back here and just I feel like I've seen the highs of the Saints and seeing where we've been recently, and we just want to get back to where we was playing a high level of football. And I'm glad they believe in me to come in here and be a key piece of that. And I just want to thank everyone for that, you know. And I'm excited to see where we take it. You know, sky's the limit for us.
I love the wheeze. I mean, I love the wheeze. Even when he's talking about historical Saints, he's talking not even the team that he's on now, just talking about historical, he's talking about the wheeze. That resonates for a lot of people. Now, listen. A few years ago, when the Saints added Tyrann Mathieu and Jarvis Landry and Foster Moreau, it was a fever pitch around here, man, and we were excited about it. And it felt like you were adding local heroes, some guys from the New Orleans area, played at LSU, great fan sentiment. And it didn't work. So I'm not saying just because Etienne is from Jennings, Louisiana, grew up a Saints fan, it's why you do this deal. You do this deal because he's played 4 NFL seasons, and in 3 of the 4, he's been a 1,000-yard rusher. In 2024, he had a little bit of a down season, but bounced back this past year with 1,100 yards and 7 rushing touchdowns. And that's one of the things Etienne talked about when he met with reporters, was bouncing back after that disappointing 24 to have another 1,000-yard season in 2025.
Like, that 2024 season wasn't the season I wanted to have. And so all I knew was I have to just work harder than I ever worked before in my life. But that's how I approach any and every situation. Whether we win, whether we lose, you're going to just go back to square one, you know? Mamba mentality. That's what I would probably say. Just watching YouTube videos of Kobe really helped me the most. And just his mindset, the way that he approached it, like everything that he had to give to the game, he was going to give it. And I feel like I had to treat the game the same way. If Kobe could do it, why can't I? At the end of the day, like, they can't measure your heart. And I've learned through the NFL, through the highs and the lows, that whenever you're out there during the season, you're really relying on the work that you put in when no one was watching. So if you put all the work in throughout the whole offseason, you have nothing to worry about. That's when the fun comes in. That's when you're out there playing fun, you're having fun, you're enjoying the moment, you're enjoying the fruits of your harvest.
I want to put some context on Travis Etienne having 3 1,000-yard seasons in his first 4 years in the NFL. You know the last time the Saints had a 1,000-yard rusher? The last time the Saints had a 1,000-yard rusher? It was Mark Ingram in 2017. That's the last 1,000-yard rusher the New Orleans. Remember, Alvin Kamara's never had a 1,000-yard season. In 24, he was pacing for that, and had he not been injured and missed the end of the season, he would have hit that number. But it goes to show you, sometimes we take that for granted. I mean, you look at the history of the New Orleans Saints. I mean, Chuck Muncie in 1979 was a 1,000-yard rusher. George Rogers did it in 81, 83. Reuben Mays did it in 86. Dalton, 1989, was a 1,000-yard rusher. Ricky Williams did it twice as a rookie in 2000, then in 2001. Deuce led the Saints with 4 1,000-yard seasons, and Mark Ingram did it twice, 2016 and 2017. That's it. That's your list of 1,000-yard rushers in the history of the history of the New Orleans Saints. So it's been a minute. It's been almost a decade since you had one, and you're bringing in a guy that's done it 3 times in 4 years in the league and is still very much in his prime. So I love that component of it. I also think it was very interesting when Etienne was asked about Tyler Shough, because one of the questions that becomes very natural, as we were coming on air, we heard SportsCenter there at the top of the hour, and they were playing a soundbite from Mike Evans. And Mike Evans was talking about why he picked the Niners. And you're talking about a 13-win team and how he felt like they were just a piece away, and he's the missing piece. Sometimes if you're a free agent and all else is equal, meaning money or whatever, you look for opportunity where you can go and have the opportunity to play, but also the opportunity to win. And so I think it's fair to ask, look, again, the Saints were just a 6-win team, but they won 4 of their last 5 under Tyler Shough, and you could see the it, whatever that it is, right, that Shough kind of has it. And so Etienne was asked about whether or not Tyler Shough was a factor in the decision.
It definitely was a factor, but I mean, whenever the Saints reached out, I don't think it was nothing else that could have stopped me from coming here. Honestly, I wasn't thinking Saints pre-free agency because I didn't really know that. I didn't know like they had injuries or anything. But whenever the Saints came available, man, it was kind of like a no-brainer to me.
The opportunity to come home. You know, he did say he'd be open to playing with Alvin Kamara if it worked out that way, but he did elaborate more on some of the conversations that he's had with Tyler Shough.
I was good. Like I sense his hunger. He was telling me his journey just to get here, you know. And whenever you have a guy who's traveled down that road through adversity, you know that nothing could shake him. Like he's ready for the moment. And I feel like whenever you have waited so long for that moment, you have no choice but to maximize it. And I'm just excited to see his growth. And like last year, I remember watching the one game with the Panthers because I was tuning in, watching my brother. So I've seen a little bit of him, but I want to get to know the person first. And it was just great just to hear him talk and understand that he's already been in the building. That's just very encouraging because when you got your leader here, it's like, how can I not be here? So it's like, I just want to kind of get here ASAP and start building that chemistry more.
Travis Etienne, new Saints running back from Louisiana, from Jennings, the opportunity to come home, play for a team he grew up rooting for, and to help a Saints offense, which was just, frankly, not very good at running the football a year ago. When you look at the best rushing teams in the NFL, the New Orleans Saints were 28th in the NFL in rushing offense. You go add Etienne, who's been a 1,000-yard rusher 3 out of 4 seasons. You add David Edwards to solidify the interior. You're going to get Eric McCoy back healthy. The hope is twofold. Number one, you protect Tyler Shough. Number two, you get that rushing offense back to respectability. See if they're able to do it. All right, it's After Further Review. Show Up Every Day is brought to you by Bud Light. Drink easy with the great taste of Bud Light, the official beer of AFR, the official beer, your Fighting Tigers of LSU. Big shout-out was actually over at Mockler last night. The Wearing of the Green Parade is coming up tomorrow on Saturday. They had plenty of green Shamrock Bud Light bottles there at the Slattery Room at Mockler. A cool event with Pat Shingleton and all the folks for the Wearing of the Green. Parish is going to have a float in the Wearing of the Green Parade on Saturday. So if you're going to be out there, look for us. And make sure you got plenty of delicious ice cold Bud Light. Already got the cold Bud Lights iced down in the cooler. We'll have it on the float tomorrow. And we'll be responsible. But we're having a good day drinking plenty of ice cold Bud Lights. So drink easy on St. Patty's Day at any LSU sporting event. The official beer of the Fighting Tigers of LSU, Bud Light. Drink easy with the great taste of Bud Light, the official beer of AFR. All right, well, now I got a quick break, y'all. Glad you're hanging out with us here. Theriot in 48 minutes. Looking forward to that conversation as always. A couple of hours with Theriot in studio. We'll talk plenty of baseball. When we come back, though, FanDuel has put out their updated projected win totals for the 2026 college football season. We'll look at the SEC, what stands out, tell you where they have LSU, and quite honestly, I'm a little surprised by the number. We'll get to that next. It's AFR.
AFR.
Weekend is upon us. Highs in the 70s tomorrow. 77 is the projected high. If your AC isn't keeping up, I don't want you to think, oh, man, I got to call someone and hope that I'm in front of the line for Monday. No. Call River City's 1 Hour Air. They'll come out nights and weekends. So Friday night, doesn't matter. Have an issue with your AC, they'll come out. If it's Saturday and your AC is not keeping up, call River City's 1 Hour Air. They'll come out. I've told you before, a couple of years ago on Easter Sunday, went to a family crawfish bowl, came home 5 in the afternoon. House was hot. AC had stopped working. Called River City's 1 Hour Air thinking, all right, well, it's Easter. Surely no one's coming out at 5 o'clock on Easter Sunday. I had a technician at my house within half an hour. 752-0001, 752-0001, 752-0001. They're always on time, or you don't pay a dime, and they'll always come out nights and weekends. So, got issues with your AC? Call River City's 1 Hour Air, 752-0001.
When it comes to choosing energy for your family and your home, make the smart choice with natural gas. You can count on efficient and affordable natural gas to keep you comfortable and reduce your environmental impact to help protect our planet. Together, we're fueling our energy future. Atmos Energy.
I definitely trust the lake to take care of my body. Being the smallest person on the court, I just have to be in a lot better shape than everyone else, just being quicker and faster. Just having that trust on and off the court is going to help you win a lot more games.
Who bears the standard? Who sets the bar? It's not those satisfied by low-hanging fruit or by taking it easy. No, the standard is set by the best of us, by those who work hard. Dig deeper. Give more. At Sunshine, we're proud to provide John Deere products that work hard for you, the standard bearers. Find the dealer nearest you at sunequip.com.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a smart way to manage your money and time. Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
I'm Lawyer Locke Meredith. We are honored and humbled to receive from our clients in Google. Based on 5-star client reviews, the designation of our law firm is highly recommended. Whether you hire us at all, please give us a call, 272-5555. You have nothing to lose.
Hi, I'm Mitchell Meredith. Injuries happen when you least expect them to, making your life more complicated. At Locke Meredith, Sean Fagan & Associates, we know this, and we strive to help each of our clients during these times. Whether you hire us at all, give us a call at 272-5555.
Most roofers just replace your shingles. At Pelican, we diagnose your roof, digging deep down to find the root cause of your roof symptoms. Now cough for me? Good. We don't ignore your roof's issues, we address them. Let's just take care of this right here. Helping your roof to become the best version of itself. Interesting that you would say that. How does that make you feel? So call Pelican Roofing for your free roof checkup today.
Transform your living space with Lacoste & Young Remodeling and take your home from outdated to outstanding. Redefine your kitchen for the ultimate culinary experience or elevate your daily routine with a spa-worthy bathroom retreat. Our skilled team brings 3D modeling to life to ensure your vision becomes a reality. We believe luxury should be accessible and offer tailored solutions to fit your budget without compromising quality. So contact us today for a free estimate. Lacoste & Young Remodeling, providing perfect solutions for your dream home.
After further review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar.
All right, LSU's going to open up spring practice in 11 days out on the Ponderosa, first spring under Lane Kiffin. And FanDuel has released its projected win totals for the 2026 season, an updated projected win total. And, you know, I want to clarify because we always talk about these. And one of the reasons that I like to look at projected Vegas win totals is, you've heard us talk about this in the past, this is not rooted in any kind of bias. This is not, odds makers are not motivated by any school color. The only color they're motivated by is green. Money. They want to be right. They're trying to induce equal action on both sides of a number. So I like to look at this because it's not like looking at somebody's way too early top 25 or anything like that. These odds makers are accepting wagers. They stand to lose money potentially if they're wrong based on what happens with these. So they're trying to be accurate with these numbers. And so FanDuel has released their updated college football win totals. Now, post-signing day, pre-spring, or during spring here for a lot of places. And they'll alter again as we get close to the season. And no doubt you'll see injuries and different things that'll affect these numbers as they get closer. But what I think is so important to remember is, and for me, I think it's recalibrating how we think about numbers because the SEC is now going to a 9-game league schedule. Remember, this is just a fact. This is math. In going to a 9-game league schedule, you have guaranteed half of your league another loss. Does that make sense? You added a league game, so half of your league is going to take another loss. Whereas that in past would probably have been an FCS opponent or a G5 or something like that. So you're guaranteeing half your league is going to take another loss. So I think we have to recalibrate what we think about win totals. For example, whenever the NFL was a 16-game schedule, like we knew what 10-6 meant. 10-6 generally meant you're going to be in the playoffs. Not always, but 10-6 generally meant you're in. 9-7, you're teetering there, right? 8-8, you're probably out. Unless you're playing a bad division where 8-8 wins you a division championship, which happened in the NFC South with Carolina. Actually, I think Carolina went 7-8-1 in 2014 and won the division. Anyway, when the NFL went to 17 games, we kind of had to recalibrate. Well, is 10-7 more like what 10-6 was, or is 10-7 more like what 9-7 was, where you're teetering? We're going to learn that in time. Like, in this era of the playoffs so far, what we've basically understood and accepted is if you're an SEC team and you get to 10 wins, that's likely going to get you in. Now, apologies this past year to programs like Vanderbilt and Texas, and who were on the cusp of getting in and were left out. But typically, 10 wins has shown you in this era, I know it's 2 years, but 10-2 is getting you in. Well, is 9-3 now the new 10-2 because of the extra league game? We don't know. We don't know that, and we're going to have to wait and see. So, but let me not bury the lead here. What's fascinating is that when this opened earlier today, LSU's number was at 8.5. And I was surprised by that. 8.5, I think, is low for LSU considering Lane Kiffin, the talent they brought in. You're effectively saying 8-4, 9-3. Well, that apparently has already been bet up, because I just checked as we're starting the segment. That number is now at 9.5. LSU, over the course of this day, when these numbers dropped, has gone from 8.5 to 9.5. So the odds maker set it at 8.5, and there's been enough money that's come in on LSU with the over that's already moved that number, effectively saying they think LSU is going to go either 10-2 or 9-3. It's jumped a number. That is tied with Texas and Georgia for the best number in the SEC. Texas and Georgia, LSU, all over under 9.5 wins for the 2026 college football season. I think that is significant. The other thing I think is significant there is none of the SEC teams are projected over 9.5. I mean, none of them are at double digits. And it was very common for years that we'd see Bama under Saban and Georgia during their run under Kirby to be at 10.5 or even 11.5 in some instances come at the early season number. So Georgia, Texas, LSU, over under 9.5 is the pace car. Bama and Texas A&M are both at 8.5. So two playoff teams from a year ago thinking they're likely to take a little bit of a step back. Bama 8.5, A&M 8.5. Now, A&M returns Marcel Reed and a bunch from that team a year ago. Alabama is losing Ty Simpson. They have turnover at quarterback, losing on the offensive line, losing big-time playmakers like Jeremy Bernard. We've talked about Bama plenty here over the past 3 years. You know where I stand on this whole thing with Alabama and with Kalen DeBose. I think that's probably in line. Said it over and over. They're not going to be bad. They're not going to be terrible. They're just not going to be dominant. 8-4, 9-3, probably about right for Alabama this year. And if it goes sideways with the new quarterback, if it's Austin Mack or Keelan Russell, either way, then that number could skew to the under, and Kalen DeBoer will be gone after this season. A few other things, because I wanted to look at the playoff teams from a year ago. So I looked at Bama and A&M. Georgia, of course, was a playoff team. Remember, the other playoff team from a year ago was Oklahoma. And I think Oklahoma is going to be a fascinating team because they get John Mateer back. That defense last year from Oklahoma was awesome. It was a top 10 defense in the country under Brent Venables, and that really paced them when the offense struggled after Mateer's hand injury, and he never really was the same after that. But coming off a playoff season this past year, the over-under for Oklahoma is 7.5. Basically saying that's a 7 or 8 win team in 2026. So, again, that's one that probably gets stung by the extra SEC game. And I'm here to tell you, 7-8 wins, that clearly is not getting you in the playoff. And for a guy like Brent Venables, who going into this past year very much felt like he was on the hot seat, you land 7-8 wins, you're a 4 or 5 loss team this year, that could be all for Brent Venables. Now, there's a couple of others that I thought was fascinating to see. The other playoff team, as we know, was Ole Miss. And a playoff team from 2 years ago that missed out this past year was Tennessee. So I was curious to see what Vegas is projecting for both of those teams, and both had different outcomes with their quarterbacks and their legal proceedings. Trinidad Chambliss, of course, won the extra year. Joey Aguilar did not. So Tennessee is preparing to move forward with a new quarterback, whereas Ole Miss, new head coach, new staff, all that sort of stuff, but they do have Trinidad Chambliss and Kejuan Lacey back. This, I thought, might be the most interesting one on the board because I think this illustrates the impact of Lane Kiffin. Ole Miss, which last year, with Trinidad Chambliss, went 11-1 and made a run all the way to the college football playoff semifinals. And as I was told, I know that Ole Miss has lost a bunch from last year's team, but remember, they also had the number 2 portal class after LSU. How valuable is Lane Kiffin? FanDuel is projecting Ole Miss's win total over under 7.5. They're basically saying Ole Miss is going to be relegated to a 7-8 win team. They can be 7-5, 8-4, even with Trinidad Chambliss back. That to me, and we'll see, look, they got to go play games and we'll see how it all plays out. But that to me is a great validation of something we talk about all the time here, which is the importance of coaching in college football. There is no sport in the world where coaching matters more in the game than football. Yes, in basketball, you're managing minutes and rotations. In baseball, a manager's got to determine when to make a pitching change, when to put on a bunt, whatever. But every single play in football is trench warfare. Every single play, there is dynamic strategy for 6-7 seconds. There's no sport where it matters more. And Lane Kiffin and Charlie Weiss are gone. And you can tell me all you want about bringing in a coordinator who had been part of the system before. Brother, we saw that with Jake Peetz. We saw that movie. And just because you bring in someone who coached there before, knows the terminology in the offense, doesn't mean they know how to play call. We saw it with LSU last year with Joe Sloan. The last 2 years, replacing Mike Denbrock. It doesn't mean it's going to be seamless. And I think this is a great indicator in the contrast with LSU and Ole Miss. LSU 9.5, Ole Miss 7.5. I think that is a great hat tip to which program has Lane Kiffin and which program doesn't. You can say whatever you want about Pete Golding and winning the playoff games last year. The bottom line is it was Lane Kiffin's team, Lane Kiffin's roster, Lane Kiffin's staff, Lane Kiffin's everything. And Pete Golding stepped in to that thing and navigated the playoff nicely. I'll commend him for that. But we've all seen the popular assistant get promoted and it not work. In every sport, we've seen that. Texas A&M went through it in baseball last year with Michael Early after Jim Schlossnagle left. They missed the postseason. We saw it at Missouri when Gary Pinkel retired and they promoted Barry Odom. Barry Odom's turned out to be a good coach. He fell on his face at Missouri. And there's a million other examples that we could go through. And Pete Golding feels like the next in that line. He ain't Lane Kiffin, y'all. And this is a pretty good indicator of it. So I said Ole Miss and Tennessee were the two. So Ole Miss over under 7.5. Tennessee, which made the playoffs 2 years ago, of course, lost that game in Columbus, Ohio. Last year, missed the postseason. Now no Joey Aguilar. They are also, Tennessee, over under 7.5 wins. So Ole Miss, Tennessee might be the two teams in the SEC with tremendous expectation. You can maybe throw Oklahoma in that mix as well. With tremendous expectation that Vegas thinks that expectation is outsized as of this point anyway. Projecting a step back certainly for Vanderbilt, over under 6.5 wins, which still get them to bowl eligibility, which in the context of Vanderbilt history would be incredible. New coaches in the league, Ryan Silverfield at Arkansas, 4.5. Alex Golesh at Auburn, 6.5. John Summerall at Florida, 6.5. Will Stein at Kentucky, 5.5. So a lot of small numbers there. Levy at Mississippi State, 4.5 down low. How about Drink at Missouri? Even with Austin Simmons there at quarterback, 6.5. Missouri might be the team that is the expanded schedule might be the greatest detriment to them more than any other. We've talked about Missouri plenty. That's a team that has fabricated winning records by playing an absolute garbage non-conference schedule, getting 4 Rena wins, going 500 in league play, winning a bowl game, and being a 10-win team. and thinking they actually accomplished something. For what it's worth, Missouri's non-conference game is on the road at Kansas in Lawrence. So, but you look up and down the rest of the schedule, at Ole Miss, at Georgia, they get Oklahoma, Texas, Texas A&M, Florida, all at home. Even with that schedule, 6.5 for Missouri is the number. But the story here, LSU, when it opened earlier today over at FanDuel, was 8.5. Got bet up a full game today during the day. Is currently sitting at 9.5. LSU tied with LSU tied with Texas and Georgia as the highest projected win total in the SEC for 2026. All right, it's after further review. We're brought to you by Lee Michaels Fine Jewelry, LMFJ.com, LMFJ.com for Lee Michaels Fine Jewelry. Gents, thinking of popping the question, one place to go, and you know where it is. Lee Michaels Fine Jewelry, 9 locations in all Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Lafayette, Shreveport, and online at LMFJ.com. LMFJ.com for Lee Michaels Fine Jewelry. If it is that beautiful diamond engagement ring, maybe earrings, necklaces, bracelets, watches, pendants, so many beautiful options, no matter what you're looking for, who you're buying for. If you need that gift in the red box that will thrill her, that will be sure to make you a hero, get it from Lee Michaels Fine Jewelry. LMFJ.com. All right, y'all, glad to have you aboard with us here in this Friday edition of AFR. We are presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar there in Town Center. Let me knock out a quick break. We'll come back. We will go around the SEC. Terrio's here in 30 minutes from right now. The conference basketball tournament weekend continues. As some of these games go final, we'll certainly keep you up to date with how everything is transpiring. And Selection Sunday is on Sunday, and I think more than anything, people in these parts will be keeping a really keen eye on what happens with NC State. Are the Wolfpack in the tournament? We all assume they will be. What will be their seeding? What will be their draw? How much longer will they play? When that happens, then we'll get an answer on what the future holds for Will Wade, and will he be returning to LSU? We'll continue to follow that story here in the coming days. All right, it's after further review. We'll go around the SEC next.
After further review.
Get Gordon. Get it done. Gordon McKernan Injury Attorneys. If you've been injured in an accident, it's not your fault. Do what injured people in our state have done for 3 decades. Get Gordon and get it done. You can always go to getgordon.com, 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 or call 888-8888. 888-8888, 888-8888, or go to getgordon.com. Gordon McKernan Injury Attorneys. Listen, it doesn't matter where you are in the state of Louisiana. A Gordon and his team would be happy to help, happy to serve. So call the 888-8888, 888-8888. Any market in Louisiana. If you've been injured, the last thing in the world you want to do is travel. So trust a local attorney in your market on Gordon's team that can help you get the settlement that you deserve. So go to the website, see testimonials, all the different types of cases that they handle. You can get in touch. You can chat with an associate right there on the website. Go to getgordon.com, getgordon.com. Get Gordon. Get it done.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
Championships are won with preparation, and so are great roofs.
Coach is tough on us about preparation, and Paris brings that same championship mindset.
Do business with someone you know. Parrish Construction and Roofing.
ParrishGroup.com. Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a smart way to manage your money and time. Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
Hey, it's Matt Moscona, inviting you to join us this Wednesday for AFR from Marucci's Hitter's House on Segan Lane in Baton Rouge. Come take some hacks in the cages with the best bats in the world, the official bat of Major League Baseball. It's at Marucci's Hitter's House in Baton Rouge.
Sometimes you ignore the signs, even when they're right in front of you. Problem gambling isn't always easy to spot. Know the signs, set your limit. Learn more about healthy gambling habits by visiting us online or text or call for free, confidential help now.
I'm lawyer Collins Locke Meredith. Among the most important factors to consider when you're hiring an injury attorney is trust. You trust your attorney will put your interest first, treat you with respect, fairness, and honesty. You trust them to be there for you when you need them. At Locke Meredith, Sean Fagan and Associates, thousands of clients have trusted us to represent them, and for good reasons. Please visit us at LockeMeredith.com to learn more, and whether you hire us at all, give us a call at 272-5555. You have nothing to lose.
After further review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar.
Are y'all going to the parade tomorrow? You going, Muse?
No, I have a busy day, man. Crawfish boil and then a wedding in New Orleans.
Loser.
I'm actually looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
Doesn't sound like fun at all.
What? A crawfish boil and then a wedding in New Orleans? That sounds like a lot of fun.
Crawfish bowls are a lot of work, and nobody actually wants to go to a wedding.
I'm not boiling the crawfish, although I do enjoy doing that.
Doesn't matter. You know what's way more fun? The wearing of the green parade.
It's a good day, man.
Paul, are you going?
I'm not.
Whatever. Loser. What's your excuse? Got like a pregnant wife or something?
Yeah, very pregnant wife.
For those that don't know, Sam is I think she's due next week.
Yeah, next week.
That like literally, she is very pregnant. I mean, she is due next week. So Paul has a very legitimate excuse not to go stand on a parade route with his 9-month pregnant wife and his toddler child. That does not sound like a good day.
I was about to say, you talk about something that doesn't sound like any fun. That does not sound like any fun, brother.
You've got no excuse.
I'm going to have a blast on Saturday.
I hope you don't.
Wow.
At least this friend is considerate enough not to get married during football season like your other loser friend. Have they gotten divorced yet?
This isn't my friend. This is Camille's friend.
Good. See, she keeps good company. Her friends.
Clearly, she's dating me.
She's clearly elevating you. She is friends with people who get married in the spring. You're married with people with 2 first names who get married in the fall.
2 first names.
Losers. What was that guy's name again?
Adams. And it was the bye week.
Adams.
And it was the bye week.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
And it wasn't even on a Saturday.
I'm sorry. He's got 2 last names. Adams.
That's fair.
I'm sure they're divorced already, right?
No, they're happily married with a beautiful child, my goddaughter, as a matter of fact.
I'm sure they are. Yeah, congrats on everything, Adams. I'm sure it's wonderful. Adams.
Oh,
getting married during football season. You want a surefire way to know it ain't going to work? Get married during football season.
It's working great.
Yeah, sure it will. They always do. Wait till that 7-year itch, Muse. I know it's coming, Madams.
Madams?
Coming Adams.
Coming Adams. Got it.
Coming Adams.
Yeah.
Coming Adams. Madams. Coming Madams. Madams. I'm kidding, Adams. I hope it works great for you. I just really have a pet peeve with people who get married during football season. And you're just not a very good friend. You're just a very selfish person. That's the reality of it. All right. So, but we will be riding in the Wearing of the Green Parade, Parish Construction and Roofing. Me, Erica's riding. The Terrios, all of the Terrios will be riding.
Wow. Okay.
All of them, all 5 of them. All 5 of them will be up there. So very much looking forward to it. May have some special guests on the Parish float as well. Yeah.
Can we have hints?
Nope.
Like no hints at all?
Nope. You'll just have to see.
Oh, man. Well, I'm not going to be there.
Oh, that's too bad. Maybe you'll catch it on the gram.
Okay, just tell me in the break. I won't spoil it.
I won't. We'll have a good time, though. And I bought a crap load of stuff.
That's what you said, man. What was it? $1,500 you said yesterday?
$1,500 yesterday on stuff. I drove down to Kenner to go to one of those Mardi Gras stores. Shout out to the very nice Chinese ladies at Palooza Party in Kenner. Boy, they thought I was a VIP, or they called me a VIP when they made me write down my name and an email address in a journal, so they could email me with other specials when they come along.
Okay, well, heck yeah, man.
She said they go to China to buy the stuff, and they come in when they get new stuff. They're gonna let me know. I'm a VIP now.
Do you think
they gave me 10% off?
So it could have been more expensive, is what you're saying?
Yes.
Yeah. Wow.
Well, they're like, since you spent more than $1,000, we'll give you 10% off. And she gave me a little stuffed gator.
That's solid.
I mean, as the parting gift for spending $1,500.
Wow. A stuffed gator. Yeah.
How about a bag of them?
Yeah.
Anyway,
that's fair.
But they were lovely. They were lovely people.
It's easy to drop money, man, on that stuff.
Yeah.
So easy.
And your boy don't half step. So, I mean, I got like the big ball beads.
Absolutely.
I got the blinking lights, the blinking like shamrocks. I got some like footballs, not like crappy little footballs, like good Nerf footballs that are like the ribbed white and green ones. They're going to,
oh yeah,
they're going to go.
Those are solid.
I got some green beads that are like, they're footballs.
Okay. All right.
But they're like big, but they're
they're football shaped.
It's football, yeah.
Yeah. You got to have that kind of stuff for the overpass. I mean, when you hit the overpass on that ride, man, like that's.
How would you know?
That I rode in the parade last year. It was great. It's a great ride. I'd love to ride in it again one day.
We should go to another crawfish bowl in somebody's wedding.
It's very rare that I miss the wearing of the green parade. Just saying.
You don't deserve to go. Go to your stupid crawfish bowl.
I'm going to pig out. It's going to be great.
You're the worst. Wedding in New Orleans. At least it's a spring wedding. We're brought to you by Shaw Bills. Shaw Bills Tire and Auto Service. ShawBillsTire.com. Muse, when you get a flat tire on the way to New Orleans, that's going to happen. That's just karma. That's just what happens in life. When you get
Don't do that.
When you get a flat tire on the way to New Orleans, you going to make Camille change the tire?
No.
I bet you are. I bet you can't even change the tire.
Yes, I can.
I bet you can't. You know who can? Shaw Bills. Sell you a new one, too. So when you go into New Orleans tomorrow, Muse, and you hit a pothole, and you pop a tire, and you got to get a new tire, you're going to put the donut on for the rest of the weekend. When you get back, go to Shaw Bills. They'll take great care of you. Shaw Bills Tire and Auto Service. What?
I'm going to be so mad at you if I get a flat tire.
Don't be mad at me.
No, you just put the jinx on me.
No.
You put the bad
juju. You did this to
there.
yourself.
I did not.
You did this. That flat tire coming your way this weekend, Muse, you did that to you.
Oh, man.
You did that to you. Crawfish boil and weddings instead of the wearing of the green parade. How selfish are you?
How does that make me sense? It doesn't even make any sense.
It makes sense on this show.
Doesn't.
Because this show is a radio tatership. It is not a radiocracy. And I said it's selfish means it's selfish. And from my chair where I wield supreme executive power, you are getting a flat tire this weekend.
Oh, man.
I'm actually just trying to will some business to Shaw Bills. That's what I'm doing here. That's all I want.
I mean, look, I can go to Shaw Bills for business. I just don't need to get a flat tire tomorrow.
It's so funny when you're back here on Monday. You're like, guess what? I was driving down Esplanade, hit a pothole.
Bro, if that happens, you're getting a picture, like, immediately. And I'm going to be like, look what you did.
No. I didn't do this. You did this with your own selfish actions. You and Madams. Let's go around the SEC.
Around the SEC, bringing you the biggest news from the nation's best conference. The Alabama Crimson Tide.
Jackson Lloyd is Alabama's starting left tackle. Ryan Grubb confirmed that news to the media after spring practice on Thursday evening. Lloyd's a former five-star. Did play in 5 games as a true freshman last year. One of those was the playoff game at Oklahoma. So he maintains that year of eligibility. That makes sense. So that was a postseason game. So he played 4 regular seasons. So he's a redshirt freshman, although he played in 5 games. One of them was postseason. So Crimson Tide return just 1 starting offensive lineman next year. I'm sure it's going to go great in Tuscaloosa next year with the Bows.
The Arkansas Razorbacks.
Arkansas opens spring practice Sunday. Biggest question, who is going to be the quarterback for year 1 under Ryan Silverfield? Redshirt sophomore KJ Jackson and redshirt sophomore transfer from Memphis AJ Hill are going to be competing for the job. Senior Division II transfer Braden Fuller is also there, maybe a little bit of a dark horse. Silverfield says he's not sure which player is going to take the initial steps or how they'll decide.
The Florida Gators.
Pete Thamel's reporting Florida is hiring Wofford co-defensive coordinator Jonathan Saxon as an assistant who will work with the defensive line and coach Gerald Chapman. Remember him? Saxon worked as co-DC and defensive line coach at Wofford for the past 3 seasons. Highly respected by his peers. Football Scoop named him a rising star. He was also one of ESPN's top 45 minority coaches under 45.
The Kentucky Wildcats.
Linebacker Ty Ashley has committed to the Wildcats, 6'2", 200 pounds. He's an in-state prospect. Picked Kentucky over Michigan State, Wisconsin, Indiana, Missouri, Virginia Tech, Notre Dame, and Louisville. They all previously offered. Ashley is unranked nationally. Stay hot, Will Stein. There you have it. That is Around the SEC. Friday show is brought to you by Don Juan Cigar Bar in Town Center. Should I go to Don Juan after the show? I do have a gift card. I have a gift card still from Christmas. Should go to Don Juan, load up on a few stogies to bring on the float tomorrow for Wear Into the Green.
Yeah,
or would that be rude to my fellow riders?
Depends on who you're riding next to.
Erica.
I don't know. I don't know how Erica feels about cigar smoke.
She doesn't like it.
I feel like she wouldn't like it a lot.
Doesn't like it at all.
So yeah, that would be rude.
So I'll do it. Got it.
There you go.
Don Juan Cigar Bar. Okay, we'll wrap up hour number 1. Theriot, 15 minutes, AFR.
After further review.
GLO. Glow Resources. GlowResources.com. 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 Complete employer solutions. Looking to hire for that hard-to-fill position? Glow Resources can help, and they'll find you permanent solutions. And the best part about it, too, is they stand behind their work. They guarantee it. What I mean is, if, let's say, hypothetically, you work with Glow Resources, and they help you hire somebody, and for whatever reason, it doesn't work, that employee doesn't stick, they will give you a prorated refund, or they will help you find a new employee or replacement absolutely free. So you have nothing to lose and only productivity to gain. So check them out online. Start there. No matter if your business is in Baton Rouge or New Orleans or Miami or anywhere in the country of the world, Glow Resources can help. GLO. GlowResources.com. GlowResources.com.
When it comes to industrial construction, River Parish Contractors can do it all. Mechanical, structural, custom fabrication, specialized welding, and turnaround services. Strategically located in between Baton Rouge and New Orleans, we have the local team with the experience and commitment to safety to manage the most complex industrial projects. Period. Here's the deal. Partnering with us means your project is delivered on time, on budget, and most important, safely. River Parish Contractors, let's get building.
The Cane's Box Combo, a symphony of flavors. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
Trust isn't given, it's earned. Earned both on the court and off. And every step along the way, I trust Our Lady of the Lake to keep me in the game.
FMOL Health, Our Lady of the Lake experts provide best-in-class care for our state's world-class athletes, because it takes a champion to care for champions.
On the court, I trust my team. On my healthcare, I trust the lake.
From championship athletes to everyday champions, trusted care starts here.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a smart way to manage your money and time. Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
If your office is experiencing performance issues like slow networks, jammed printers, or disappearing files, Advanced Office Systems may be right for you. With powerful IT solutions, print management, document imaging, and security systems, they help offices regain confidence naturally. Side effects may include uncontrollable efficiency, smoother workflows, and a sudden burst of office joy. Say goodbye to those emotional breakdowns in the supply closet and get back on track with Advanced Office Systems.
Everything you need for a stunning garden is at the Plant Barn in Baton Rouge. From trees and shrubs to plants and pottery, the Plant Barn has it all at great prices. Visit us today on Valley Street, right off Perkins Road in South Downs.
After Further Review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar.
Muse, what the hell is that?
It's an upbeat pop instrumental. It's got good energy to it.
Hey, Paul.
Yes.
Do you think this has good energy?
Not really. No.
Yeah, same. Thank you. I think Muse is already in his brain. He's fixing that flat tire in New Orleans.
Dude.
That's where he is right
I'm going to be so mad.
I'm going to be so excited.
No, that would be so messed up.
I cannot wait to get that text. All right, it's After Further Review. We will talk baseball with Theriot in a bit. It was a good day yesterday. If you missed the show, we talked to both Kendall Rogers and Chris Lee, kind of previewing the weekend series with LSU traveling to Vanderbilt. Two teams where the name on the marquee looks really good. It's LSU-Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt, of course, over the last 2 decades has been one of the premier programs in college baseball. LSU over the last half century certainly can stake that claim. But both teams that have struggled here in the early going of this season, Vanderbilt's 11-7, LSU's 13-5. So if you think 13-5, how that looks and how that feels here, think about what it's like at Nashville. Chris Lee on the show a day ago kind of walked us through 5 significant injuries in the pitching staff at Vanderbilt. It's not necessarily to use that as an excuse, but certainly it can be an explanation for why things haven't gone really well there in Nashville. We've kind of talked a good bit about LSU and the pitching staff and what maybe to expect this weekend, because when you go Evans, Morris, Schmidt, that's going to give LSU a decided advantage to win most weekends they play. The real question is, what about the offense? And before they left for Nashville, Jay Johnson was asked about that. If he was, with the game on Tuesday with the win against Creighton, how they played in the final 5 innings, if maybe he thinks he's seeing signs of an offensive breakout from his team.
I just think consistency and approach is what I'm looking for. I will tell you the in-game response of the collective of the team last night was definitely a step forward. And there's still so much baseball like we did not do well last night, but they stayed with it. I want them to see that because this is not played perfectly. Too good is not a thing, but we played so good in the first 8 games of the year, or really, games 3 to 8, 5-game stretch. We played as good as I think this team could play at that time. Maybe lose a little bit of a sense of that, and it took us, in my opinion, too long to be able to get to the point that they did last night, but they did. And so I acknowledge that to them, and we're going to need more of that because that's the only way these games that we're about to play are going to be played.
Yeah, I'll be really interested to see what Jay elects to do in this game. Look, you're going to be facing a righty in Fennell, so very likely he's going to load up the lineup with lefties. I think we're all anticipating that would be the approach. But it's going to be a thing where I know a day ago we talked a little bit about the new players experiencing the SEC for the first time. There can always be surprises, and maybe a guy like Dardar, I would suspect Dardar is going to start at second base as a lefty and a veteran guy. Maybe he has a big weekend, or maybe York has a big weekend, right? Some of these new guys. But Milam, Curiel, Brown, you really think your big 3 there have got to be the pace car. And Jake Brown's hitting 413, and Derek Curiel's at 329. Milam's the one I'm going to continue to highlight because he's sitting there at 250. But I'm going to continue to say this because I don't love the criticism of Stephen Milam, and I don't necessarily think that it's that I'm just sitting here trying to go to bat for a guy that you could say has underperformed. But Stephen Milam has 3 strikeouts on the season. 3. It's not like he isn't competitive at the plate. He's putting the ball in play. He just doesn't have a lot to show for it. Again, he's walked 13 times. Only Dardar and York have more. So Milam has had good at-bats, patient at-bats. He's putting the ball in play. He just doesn't have a lot to show for it. But you keep swinging, eventually you're going to break out. Hopefully that's this weekend for Monster. All right, Terrio's here next.
AFR.
We're brought to you by Relief Windows and ReliefWindows.com. Windows, doors, siding. They do shutters too. Oh, and roller shades. It's Relief Windows and ReliefWindows.com. I love this time of year when we get past the final cold snap, which I think we're maybe in right now, and we get to nothing but heat waves the rest of the way. Well, you know what's inevitable? So, some beautiful days, but also some really hot days. And if you want to make your home more energy efficient replacement windows from Relief Windows could be a great option, okay? There's a really cool feature that they have they can show you when you go into the showroom or you talk to any of their associates. They'll take a standard glass pane window and one of their energy-efficient windows, and they'll put a lamp on top of it, and they'll have a thermostat underneath or thermometer. So you can see the temperature difference between a regular window pane and their energy-efficient window, so you know that's keeping your home cooler, making your home more energy efficient, saving you money. It's ReliefWindows.com.
Hi, this is Beth Serena. Welcome to my pool. The first time I saw this beautiful pool, it exceeded every expectation that I had. They were able to get everything we wanted in this pool. It is a beautiful pool. We live out here. We eat out here. We watch TV out here. This is like our living room outside. We love this pool and everything about it. When we decided to build our pool, we called a great friend who is one of the best pool builders in the country in North Louisiana, and we said, who would you choose to build a pool in Baton Rouge? And without a hesitation, he told us Russell Pools. He said their history, tradition of great builds, great pools was unmatched. So of course, who did we call? Russell Pools. The advice I would give to anyone looking to build a pool is first call Russell Pools. They'll do an incredible job. It'll be incredibly organized. It'll be time efficient, and you will have your pool in no time.
Transform your living space with Lacoste & Young Remodeling and take your home from outdated to outstanding. Redefine your kitchen for the ultimate culinary experience or elevate your daily routine with a spa-worthy bathroom retreat. Our skilled team brings 3D modeling to life to ensure your vision becomes a reality. We believe luxury should be accessible and offer tailored solutions to fit your budget without compromising quality. So contact us today for a free estimate. Lacoste & Young Remodeling, providing perfect solutions for your dream home.
Hey, it's Matt Moscona. Inviting you to join us this Wednesday for AFR from Marucci's Hitter's House on Segan Lane in Baton Rouge. Come take some hacks in the cages with the best bats in the world, the official bat of Major League Baseball. It's at Marucci's Hitter's House in Baton Rouge.
I'm Lawyer Locke Meredith. If you're battling an insurance company because of a wreck not your fault and they're not calling you back or being fair, whether you hire us at all, give us a call, 272-5555, or email Locke Meredith, Sean Fagan and Associates. You have nothing to lose.
Hello, I'm Collins Meredith. If you've been injured on the job, you'll likely have a workers' compensation claim, but you may also have a tort claim, which opens up significant recovery rights not normally available for a work injury. If this is you, call us or come see us at Locke Meredith, Sean Fagan and Associates.
Sports Center.
I'm John Ryder. The Carolina Panthers have agreed to a deal with free agent left tackle Rasheed Walker, reports ESPN's Adam Schefter. Terms haven't been announced. Walker's been a starter for the Packers the last 3 seasons. Seahawks general manager John Schneider believes Washington State's new income tax on high earners will eventually have a negative impact on the team's ability to sign free agents. 2 rounds of the Players' Championship are complete at Sawgrass. Xander Schauffele and Ludwig Aberg are tied for the lead at 10 under, 1 ahead of Cameron Young. College basketball, SEC tournament quarterfinals, and at the half, and on ESPN TV, Vanderbilt and Tennessee are tied at 31 in the first quarter of the day.
Shot clock at 8. Condon comes out the screen to the top of the arc. Lee, crossover dribble, step back straightaway 3. Bang! He got it! Xavier Lee cooked him at the top of the arc and may have sealed it. 69-61.
Colin Learfield Sports in Florida gets their 12th straight win, a 71-63 victory over Kentucky. Gators never trailed in the win.
When I want that big birthday energy, I grab Confetti Craze 5-Hour Energy. It's Vanilla E, buttery cake flavor without the sugar, and it's easy to take anywhere. The Funfetti flavor is back on 5hourenergy.com or on Amazon. Crack open a Confetti Craze 5-Hour Energy shot today.
Matt Moscona.
I'm very important.
After further review.
Say it one more time.
After further review with Matt Moscona.
And here we go.
Live from the Raising Cane's studio.
That's right.
It's that Louisiana boy, yeah, they call him the Riot. Born and raised in the swamps, gonna fight like a tiger. He going beast mode, baby, he a beast though. What you think he supposed to do? You pitch a better reload. Get the boy.
After further review, the Riot Radio Hour with Matt Moscona and Ryan Theriot, presented by Alpha Customs. Alpha Customs, Prairieville and Lafayette, and online at alphacustoms.net.
Well, how's your week going?
Week was good.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, but good. I'm full of good ideas.
Here comes Theriot. The throw, not in time. Scudero delivers and the Giants lead 4-3 in the 10th.
The wave pool, although probably full of bacteria, flesh-eating parasites, and the occasional turd, provides endless hours of fun. It's not cool to have a 30A sticker on the back of your grocery go-getter. Big fan of the truck.
The Riot Radio Hour.
Hour 2, off we go. Welcome aboard. Glad you're with us. AFR presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar. I'm Matt. Shut up, kid. Paul O'Neill.
They're chanting Paul O'Neill's name.
You, sir. We're here. Glad you are as well. Get out there and make it a good one. Yeah,
Yo, bro.
Hey, I have a question for you.
I got an answer, I think.
All right. If you had the option of going to a crawfish boil and then driving to New Orleans to go to a wedding, or
it's not bad,
going to the Wearing of the Green parade, what would you do?
I mean, you could eat crawfish at the Wearing of the Green parade.
Yeah, good, right?
Like, matter of fact,
a lot of people, I think, are going to be doing that.
I think Austin Theriot is doing that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd definitely eat the crawfish at the parade and go to the parade.
Mm-hmm. Thought so.
Unless I was getting ready to propose to my girlfriend and I wanted to go to a wedding with her. And, you know, it was kind of one of those things because, you know, if that was the case, then I'd probably pick the wedding.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Why would you propose at somebody else's wedding?
No, I wouldn't propose at somebody else's wedding. It's just
now you're stealing their thunder.
No,
a surefire way to piss off the bride.
I wouldn't do that. I'm saying, you know, people that are about to propose,
you know what would be
they
a cool
look for
place?
every reason to go to a wedding.
You know what would be a really cool place to propose?
Yeah. At the Wearing of the Green parade.
Not bad. Beautiful day. Sun-kissed day, 77, surrounded by lots of friends and family. And
could probably convince one of the riders to throw the ring to you.
Would love that.
It would be a memory forever.
Until somebody else in the crowd catches it.
Yeah, that would stink.
Nobody asked you, Muse.
Just saying.
You stay out of it.
You shut your mouth when you're talking to me, Muse.
Yeah, Muse is going to drive to New Orleans tomorrow and go to a wedding instead of going to the Wearing the Green Parade. Somebody's wedding. Weddings.
Yeah, well.
Nobody remembers a wedding.
I mean, yeah.
Do you remember your wedding? The reception? You remember who was there? Remember anything about it?
I remember a little bit about the reception. I remember Dan Canterbury brought Skip.
Okay. Let's go.
I remember that.
That babe Canterbury coming in clutch.
The reception was just super, no, it was Cash Money and Trilly and T, Boosie and Webby the whole time. So all the old people in New Iberia were probably like.
Y'all get married in the Berry?
We did.
Okay.
Yeah, St. Peter's.
Okay.
Yeah, we turned up. It was legit. I don't remember a whole lot about it. No, I don't.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
How's your week going?
It's been a really good week.
Really?
Yeah.
What's so good about your week?
Bowman came out with a new product, Bowman's Best. So it was good. So I was able to pop a couple boxes, and John and I did a rip last night.
I love that you got John in the cards now.
She's in, bro.
She's all in.
She is.
All your collectibles.
Yeah, she loves it. So she's
JT
in.
Don't half step, bro. She gets into something, she's in.
She's in. She's got everything.
Seen John Theriot with like a leaf blower up on the roof of a home, like cleaning stuff. Like, and no half stepping up here.
It's all categorized. It's got
going.
the values. We got everything.
Let's go.
So that was good. Houston had a successful spring break.
Okay. I saw him today.
Didn't end up on the news, so that was good.
Yeah. So he said you were mad at him for going to spring break in Florida instead of working.
Hey, man, listen. I wanted him to go to spring break. I just didn't want him to go for, like the whole time. He's got a pretty cool gig right now. At not work with us, but some stuff at the Capitol and at Session and all that. I'm like,
yeah.
Like, you need to
be there.
Yeah, do that. Like, that's big.
It's big.
So that, and then, man, I feel a change on the horizon over there in the men's basketball program. So I'm excited to see what's next. And
oh, really?
Matter of fact, that's what my letter's about.
Oh, okay. Let's hear it.
Yeah. So this one is and I love LSU basketball.
I know
you
do.
know that.
I know you do.
I really
know you do.
It's my favorite sport to go watch in person. I'm just, anyway. So this one is directly written to Will Wade. This is to Mr. Coach T-Pair Will Wade. This is him. Dear Will Wade.
T-Pair.
Not a day goes by that I don't think about the times that we once had. When I close my eyes at night.
I call that man T-Pair.
When I close my eyes at night, I can still see you pacing the sidelines and berating officials. You pandered to the crowd with such intensity, and you made really strong offers to players. What you built here at LSU in such a short time is unheard of. And believe me, when I say that I haven't forgotten, I have not forgotten. Sure, LSU's invested heavily in the football program. Coach Kim Mulkey's always going to get what they need to field a competitive team. And we also know that Jay Johnson's the best coach in college baseball, and he's going to get his. But over the past year or so, it's become evident, Coach, that not only the university, but private boosters are willing to step up to the plate and do what has to be done in order for LSU to win. And if it's money that you need, you don't have to go find it anymore. We'll give it to you. We can handle that. If it's a new arena that you want, because the other one roof leaks.
It's a piece of trash.
And it's the worst in the world.
It's the worst in the SEC, for sure.
then Our Lady of the Lake is working on that.
Our
Yeah.
Lady of the Lake is ready.
Yeah, they're doing it, I think.
It's all the dorks in the city council that are holding this thing up right now.
Yeah, I think the Lake said they're going to do it, and all the dorks just said, wait a second, but I think it's going to happen. And if the dorks don't want to play ball, we'll just get them kicked out, get somebody else elected that will. So
Can we do
that's how
that,
we do.
please?
Yeah.
The fact that this hasn't gone through yet is stunning.
Kidding me? South Louisiana. You tell them we can't get somebody elected around here? I really don't see a scenario, Coach, where the LSU basketball programs will be at a deficiency, and that's going to happen soon, okay? We want you back. Uncle Wade, we love you.
Uncle Wade.
And also, Uncle Wade over at LSU loves you. He hired Jim McNeese and basically put you back on the map. After the stupid NCAA tried to take you down, he put you back up.
Facts.
Uncle Wade's over here now, too now. He's at LSU. Verge is the AD. I don't know if you saw that, but Verge is here, too. Verge is awesome. Loves LSU, and I promise.
I don't think Verge loves Will Wade.
Well, I don't know if he does or not, but he loves LSU.
I don't think that's
Yeah, but he...
You just delete that line.
All right, well, maybe he doesn't, but he loves LSU.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Fair?
For sure.
Okay. So he probably wants LSU to win.
Yeah.
All right. We're going to give you the resources to bring back the magic. Okay? That's what's going to happen.
We're going to wear white jerseys at home again, damn it.
I guess what I'm saying is I really want you to come back to LSU, Coach, okay? I want you to be the coach of the men's basketball program again. I'm asking you to forgive and forget. The way things went down were not fair, okay? But sometimes life throws you a curveball. You got to stay back and shoot it to right field, Coach. That's how you do that. Take your single in order to have a chance to hit the homer, all right? We want you to come back. We love you. We miss you. Sincerely, Ryan. I hope he hears that. Can we send that to him? Can we cut that and send it to him?
I guarantee you that he'll be very well aware that that just happened.
Got to have him back, man. We need him back. Pay the man.
Look, man, there are people in this community that are still very close to Will Wade that it's almost like they have notifications set off on all their apps. The second Will Wade's name is mentioned, bing, 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 bing. They're talking about it. They're talking about it. They're all aware. But I do believe this fan base, their affinity for Will Wade, is a strong reason why he would come back.
All right, well, then we need to do, what can the fans do? Can we do like a GoFundMe or something? Like, can we do like a parade? I don't know. Fans need to do something. We rally behind the man.
Oh, I don't think it's about the fans at this point.
Can we do a rally?
Sure.
Like an on-campus rally?
Why don't we call the wearing of the Green Parade the wearing of the Wade Parade?
Yeah, it's too late for that. But
No,
man,
it's not. Just get everybody on the float tomorrow to wear their I Will Wait For You shirts. I still got mine. You got yours?
I don't have one. I never had one. But if I did, I would.
I got one.
That could have been our whole theme for our float.
Yeah. Could have been.
Man, that's a good idea.
I know. I'm full of good ideas.
That's a good one. What is he doing tomorrow? You think he can ride the float with us? They got a game or anything?
Well, no. They lost yesterday, so they're out of the ACC tournament. And then Sunday is Selection Sunday, so his team's gonna be in the tournament.
He could fly in and fly back.
He could.
Who's friends with him?
We
know people. I know some people that are friends with him.
Yeah. Do we want to say anything?
No, we don't need to.
People with planes, as a matter
Yeah, I
of
was
fact.
going to say we could shoot a bird up there, fly him in. He could ride on our float, along with our other celebs.
Yeah.
If we got a bunch of signatures, would they have to hire him? Isn't that a thing where you can get like people like
Has to be
hired and fired like with a lot of signatures?
Yep, that's the thing. Yep, you get a bunch of signatures and then it's done, legally binding.
Yeah. Well, let's start.
Whoa.
Let's start getting a bunch of signatures. Oh man, I'm an idiot. Okay, what else? What are we doing?
We're gonna do Kick Rocks when we come back.
Okay.
All right. A4.
AFR.
We're brought to you by Duplessis Builders. DuplessisBuilders.net. You can buy a lot of things online. What do you buy online?
I'm starting to buy everything online, honestly. You can buy baseball cards online.
We get Eric gets Amazon packages delivered to our house every day. Every day.
Yeah, we do dog food online. We do, like paper towel, like big stuff, paper towels online. We do a lot of stuff online.
Everything. What about a pool?
Online?
Yep.
They deliver it to your house?
Well, they'll come.
Amazon does pools.
Duplessis Builders does pools.
Online.
Online. Wow. You can go to the website, duplessisbuilders.net. 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 There's a pick your pool tab right there on the homepage. Look, pull up your computer right now. You got it right there.
All right.
Just go to duplessisbuilders.net.
Okay.
Choose from 11 different designs. Pick all your finishes. You can pay for it right there. Done. Bada bing, bada bang, bada boom. Duplessisbuilders.net.
At Raising Cane's, we hand batter every chicken finger, mix every cane sauce, butter every Texas toast, stir every slaw, and salt every fry. Because when you do it right, you can taste it in every bite. Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
When it comes to choosing energy for your family and your home, make the smart choice with natural gas. You can count on efficient and affordable natural gas to keep you comfortable and reduce your environmental impact to help protect our planet. Together, we're fueling our energy future. Atmos Energy.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Jordan Faber here with some exciting news. Faber Automotive has officially arrived. We're proud to introduce your new hometown dealership, Faber Chevrolet GMC. That means more inventory, better deals, and the same great local team. Now backed by the trusted Faber family name. Whether you're shopping or servicing, you'll feel the difference from day one. Allow us the opportunity to earn your business.
Fabry Chevrolet GMC. Visit us in St. Francisville or online at FabryChevrolet.com.
Ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar, but instead...
Love telling you about River Parish Contractors. Look, they got young engineers, they got project managers. It's a different feel to their supervision over at River Parish Contractors, and they'll grow with you. It's a great place to work, man. One of the other amazing parts about River Parish Contractors is their workers don't have to travel. So you're home at night for dinner. You want to watch your kids play their t-ball, their baseball, their softball, their volleyball. You watch your kids play their sports at night. You're home for dinner when you work with River Parish Contractors. If you're interested, you can go to the website, rpcontractors.com. rpcontractors.com is River Parish Contractors. rpcontractors.com. Hit the careers tab, and you can apply right there for all the positions or any of the positions that they have open right now. Learn more online at rpcontractors.com. You can always call, talk to any of my friends. Ronnie, Chad, Luke, Trey, Josh, Darren, Drew, they're awesome. Check out all the good stuff they have to offer. rpcontractors.com.
After further review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar. The Riot Radio Hour with Matt Moscona and Ryan Theriot, presented by Alpha Customs.
So, you know the Saints signed a running back, right? Travis Etienne, you heard that?
Yes, I saw that.
I remember 25 years ago, Mike Tyson fought Clifford the Black Rhino Etienne. You remember that?
Yeah.
And then Etienne took a dive on that fight. Took a dive first round, collected his $1 million, walked away. And then went to prison because he tried to fire a gun at a police officer.
It never works out good.
Thankfully, miraculously, the trigger jammed. And I remember our friend Richard Condon, shout out, Big C's birthday today. Big C's birthday today, 66. Richard had, when Clifford was an up-and-coming boxer, had him on his radio show, and if I'm not mistaken, did things where like he called sponsors and helped get stuff for Clifford's wedding taken care of. Anyway, all that to say, he was Clifford the Black Rhino Etienne. Etienne.
All right.
Well, then Travis, the running back from Jennings, comes up from Jennings, goes to Clemson, and everyone starts calling him Etienne.
Etienne. All right.
Forever, it was Clifford the Black Rhino Etienne. Spelled the same way. Then Travis, his whole career is called Etienne.
All right.
Well, today, Travis is introduced to the media in New Orleans, and they asked him how to pronounce his last name. And this is what he said.
Growing up, it's Travis Etienne, so it'd be like Achane, and that's how you always said Travis Etienne. But when I went to college, I kept telling them my name like every day, and like after like 4 weeks, they just couldn't get it. So I'm like, man, it's Etienne. Like, how you say it is how you say it, and it kind of took off because it was easy for the pronouncers to say it. I didn't have to correct them every day to say my name, and just when I kind of just started learning more about my last name and how it came about and things like that, it just kind of stuck and made sense. But I'm very much open to being Travis Etienne again, just being myself. I don't have to correct people here on how to say my name each and every day.
I'm not calling him Etienne.
Well, I mean, he just did correct everybody on how to say his name.
Not doing it.
If that's how you say the man's name, that's how you should say the man's name.
I'm not calling him Etienne.
Oh, man.
Not doing it.
Last names are pronounced differently.
Who you talking to?
That's what I'm saying. Me too. I mean, listen, it is what it is.
You get Theriot. What else do you get?
Theriot.
I mean, I have a very public job in this town where my name is said on air. I use my real name every day for 2 decades. And it's still people who work in this building don't know how to say my name.
Yeah.
God, we're over at Miracle League the other night. God bless. Drew's played Miracle League for 5 years now. Dude on the mic introducing Drew Moscona. I'm like, there ain't no E at the end. It's an A. Moscona. I mean, I get Moscona. I get Moscone.
Moscona. Remember that?
Moscona.
If the man,
I get it.
If the man wants to be called A-Chain,
not calling him A-Chain,
then that's what you call the man.
And I know,
A-Chain.
I get it. It's because it's just the accent of saying Itchin is what he's saying. I get it, and it's a Southwest Louisiana thing. I get it. I get what he's saying, and so he said it was too hard, but people mispronounce it. You can call him A-Chain?
If that's what the man wants to be called, then yeah. I mean, you have to respect it. It's his name. I think we should maybe do a little research and make sure that he's not just making something up. I mean, he did say he was open to a name change.
Well, it's like Morrow and Moreau. Like Foster's name is Foster Morrow. But people from outside of here just so habitually started calling him Moreau, and Foster's a sweet guy and just never corrected people. And so they call me whatever.
That happens.
But it's Morrow. It's Foster Morrow. It's the man's name. It's how it's pronounced here. When he says his name, he says Morrow. I don't know, man. I just know too many people with that last name that don't say A-Chain.
I don't know anybody with that last name other than
A-Chain. I don't know anybody else that says A-Chain.
Now you do. I think you got to respect the man's wishes.
You know, this is not uncommon when athletes are called one thing for a long time and then they publicly say, no, this is how you say my name. Forever, Jadeveon Clowney was Jadeveon Clowney until he corrected. It was like, it's actually Jadeveon. So everyone changed it. And then Monte Ball said, actually, my name is Monty. And so then it was Monty Ball. So that does happen, but most of the time it happens with first names.
Yeah. There's a precedent for this. This is a thing.
Except that's not an uncommon last name in Louisiana, and I just don't know anyone else that says H-N.
I don't know anybody else with that last name, so I think it is.
I just went through Clifford Etienne.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know him.
But he's from the same part of the country, same part of the state, same spelling, last name. They're probably related.
They could very well be.
I mean, if you're from Louisiana and you have that unique of a name.
That's a fair point. I just don't really trust a guy that shoots at the police officers though and takes dives. So I'm gonna go with Travis.
Okay. Maybe we make a poll question, Muse. Are you gonna call Travis Etienne a chain? Yes or no? Let's make that a poll question. All right. We're brought to you by South Point Volkswagen, southpointvw.com. New and certified pre-owned in Baton Rouge and online, southpointvw.com, southpointvw.com, southpointvw.com. How about that? $500 customer bonus right now. Oh, the other thing, too. Brad over at South Point texted me yesterday. I want to read this for you.
Who did?
Brad Bove. He's a business manager over at South Point. 0% financing for 60 months plus. You ready for this? 0% for 60 months. That's 5 years. Plus $1,000 customer bonus on 26 Atlas models right now. Good to the end of the month. Oh, my. Bro, it's why did you just pop your chair down?
Is it all right here?
Well, why would you do that?
Well, because I've had to reach for this thing, and I don't want to. I don't want to mess with the mic because it gets floppy sometimes. It's maybe a little bit too low.
Yeah, because now look, this is what happens is I'm sitting way up tall. Look, and you're way. Look,
is that better?
Look, I'm way taller than you now. Whatever, I'll help you with the mic. SouthPointVW.com.
Okay.
If you say A-Chain, you can kick rocks.
It's time to kick rocks with Ryan Theriot.
Kick rocks.
Presented by Ruckus. Kick rocks with shoes from Ruckus. Jones Creek Road in Baton Rouge, or go to ruckus103.com.
Tom Brady can kick rocks. That's a standing kick rocks, but this one's
a perpetual kick rock.
Kick rocks.
Did you prepare?
Yeah. Okay, you can kick rocks for being a middle midget.
Kick rocks.
Costing your team 4 points.
Then you can kick a whole bag of rocks for that.
Get on down the road and kick rocks.
I'm a big WBC guy, as everybody knows. We talked about it last week. I'm really enjoying this. Team USA kind of backdoored their way into the quarters. I want to tell the WBC coaches, one of them, well, a lot of them actually, are friends of mine. And whoever the front office folks are, or whatever, I want to tell them to kick rocks.
Kick rocks.
Because they didn't know that they had to beat Italy. And I don't care what you have to, I don't care what you say.
He said he knew. You don't believe him?
I don't.
You know him.
There's no way. No, I don't think they knew. I don't think they knew that was the game that had to happen. And I think that's ridiculous. I mean, it happens every weekend over at Traction, where a coach doesn't know how many points he needs or whatever, run differential to get in and play at a certain time. And I think that's what happened here. And I think what they should have done was called Brad Cressy and said, hey, we want you to be a consultant on this. Make sure you put us in the best spot. And they would have been in a good spot. Anyway, good luck to WBC in the quarters. We play Canada. Probably smoke them. And then it gets real after that. Then semis, I think, is Skeens Day.
Yeah.
And I think the semis would be...
Hey, when we lost to
Dominican?
Most likely the Dominican Republic. They'd have to win, but most likely.
Hey, when we lost to Italy, did you think we were cooked?
I didn't think that I thought somehow...
We were out?
Yeah.
Me too. I haven't watched a pitch of this thing, but I know what Chandler told us was that LSU? The U.S. went all in with this roster to win it, and if they didn't even make it out of pool play.
Yeah.
It's embarrassing.
It is embarrassing.
Lost to Italy with a bunch of Americans playing for Italy.
Yeah, that's another thing.
Italy.
That's a whole nother deal. I would like to give a hug. If I can do that.
Wait, you have a problem with the Americans playing for Italy?
Yeah, I mean, I think if you were born here, then you have to play for that country.
Oh.
That's what I believe.
What about Mondo Duplantis?
Yeah, he should have to play for that country. I do believe that.
Yeah. So you're not good with Mondo Duplantis pole vaulting for Sweden?
No.
Okay, good. Me too. I feel like I'm the only human that ever is willing to have a pair and say that.
No, absolutely not. You were born and raised in Acadiana. You went to LSU.
Went to STM. Went to LSU. Didn't he go to STM or Lafayette High or wherever? Went to LSU. And now you compete for Sweden?
Yeah. I think it's the dumbest thing in the world.
How about
the girl? How about the girl?
He's a nice kid.
On the frickin' half pipe thing in the Winter Olympics that wins the gold from China that talks like she's from Austin, Texas. I'm
I
like,
didn't see
you're
that.
not from China?
I didn't see that.
You're from Texas.
Yeah, you're from Texas.
She's got the Chinese
You're from
stuff
Texas.
on. Don't get me started on that, dude. No,
I guess
I'm
my
not
thing is
good
if
with that.
if you don't qualify to play for the U.S. and are eligible by rule to play for somebody else, okay. Like if someone, Leah Finnegan represented the Philippines in the Olympics. She got to compete in the Olympics in gymnastics for the Philippines.
For the most part, that's probably what happens, by the way.
Yeah, she didn't make the U.S. team, so she was able to compete in the Olympics because her mom is Filipino. Okay. I think I'm perfectly okay with that. What I'm not okay with is if you're good enough to make the U.S. team and you don't represent the U.S.
And let me just be clear. This WBC scenario, I don't think that's the case for any of them. Maybe some of the Latin guys that would have been good enough that were born here or make this their country of origin from 10 years old from now on, maybe. But if you made that rule for WBC, it'd be horrible games. Because you just wouldn't be any good. Anyway, okay.
Awesome.
I want to give Mother Nature a hug. Today was it's one of the best of the year.
He's hugging Mother Nature.
And then I want to give her a hug for tomorrow too, because tomorrow is going to be awesome.
Thank God.
I'm fired up about tomorrow, and she just did a good job. She put her best foot forward, and I appreciate that.
Where I rode in the parade a few years ago when it was like 30 degrees and raining.
Not fun.
That was not fun. The parade was a hell of a lot of fun. The day was miserable.
So we had a young fella. I didn't catch his name because I was not the one that experienced this. It was one of my guys over at the parish office. We had a fella from DOTD pull up yesterday. We just did a beautiful renovation on our building. Installed some concrete, added some parking spots, did some different things. He pulls up and he says, "Excuse me, y'all need to have parking bollards right here." My guy says, "Okay, cool." He says, "No, I need to talk to an owner." It's 5:30, mind you.
A.M.?
P.M. My guy's off the clock.
Yeah.
Does he care?
Yeah.
Owner's not here.
5:30.
It's 5:30.
Fella.
And he proceeds to say, "Well, by law, I could tear this building down."
Oh, I wish I was there. I wish I was there.
My guy goes,
"Oh, God, I wish I was there."
My guy goes, because he's a pearl, he goes, "Man, I wish you would do that. I hate these guys."
Who was it?
I like to say, Oscar. Yeah. Well, now it's a joke. Now the guy's pissed because my guy's messing with him.
Yeah, for sure.
He says, "If y'all don't have parking bollards over here."
Self-important loser.
Yeah, if y'all don't have parking bollards installed over here.
Loser. What's this guy's name?
He did say it, but I forgot it. And we can tear this thing down. Y'all need to go get, and he tells him exactly the bollards, and he tells him how deep they have to go and tells him where they have to go. So Oscar goes, "Man, look, I'd love to say I can help you, but this isn't my building, and I really don't care what you do with it. I just work here." He says, "When's an owner going to be back?" "Tomorrow."
Yeah.
I says, "Okay, I'll be back tomorrow." Oscar says, "You come back tomorrow."
You come back tomorrow.
Meanwhile, because you've driven on our street.
Please tell me you busted a tire on that pothole. No.
You risk life and limb driving down the street to get to my office. It is that bad. There's pothole after pothole after pothole to the point to where I won't let my wife, I don't want her to drive her car because I'm afraid she's going to blow out.
Yeah. You got to drive on the grass.
And I'm praying
Or the ditch.
that this guy shows up and I can say, "Okay, here's the deal, Sparky. You fix the road, I'll put the parking bollards in. Until then, there's the door." Ain't happening. DOTD, guy that came to my office to demand parking bollards. You can kick rocks.
Kick rocks.
Hope you're listening.
Who's that?
Stupid.
Oh, he's listening. Everybody listens. Who's the head of DOTD?
He's our guy.
Who?
Glenn.
Who?
Glenn Leday. He's awesome. He's my guy. Love him.
Glenn?
Yes, he's great.
Poor Glenn.
No, he's great, dude. He's a stud, and I don't want to bother him with this. Like, I don't want to call Glenn and be like, hey, bro, is this guy serious?
Yeah, your guy.
Like, come on, man.
All right.
Anyway.
You done?
Yeah.
All right. We got a break. We'll come back and do more radio stuff. AFR.
AFR.
Brought to you by Clegg's Nursery. 4 locations in the greater Baton Rouge area. Segan Air Airline, LA-16 in Denham. Mid-City on Donmore. Garden Center on Greenwell Springs. Tomorrow, sunny and 77. Now, I encourage you to come out to the Wearing of the Green Parade tomorrow in Baton Rouge. Because we'll be riding on the parish float. But after the Wearing of the Green Parade, then go to Clegg's. Or before the Wearing of the Green Parade. How about that? Before the Wearing of the Green Parade, go to Clegg's, get your flowers, get your soil, bird feeders, mulch, plants, plant them, and then come to the parade rolls at 11. Plenty of time in the morning. Now, we got to be there early, but the parade rolls at 11.
I got some weed killer from there that was really, really good. It's called Spruce.
Get it? Want to get rid of those pests? Weeds, ants, roaches?
Spruce.
Clegg's.
Investing in a new roof doesn't have to be overwhelming. At Pelican Roofing, we offer 0 interest for 21 months because everyone deserves a safe, secure home. Trusted, local, affordable. Pelican Roofing, making quality roofing affordable for South Louisiana families.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a smart way to manage your money and time. Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
Hi, I'm Mitchell Meredith. At Locke Meredith, Shaw & Fagan & Associates, we know each case and client are unique, and that no 2 cases are the same. But one thing remains constant, and that is our passion to help our clients. After an accident, we know your life has changed, which is why we passionately fight to make you and your family whole. Remember, whether you hire us at all, give us a call at 272-5555. We're here to serve you.
Who bears the standard? Who sets the bar? It's not those satisfied by low-hanging fruit or by taking it easy. Now the standard is set by the best of us, by those who work hard. Dig deeper. Give more. At Sunshine, we're proud to provide John Deere products that work hard for you, the standard bearers. Find the dealer nearest you at sunequip.com.
I'm Gabrielle McLeod on behalf of...
Looking for the ultimate game day experience? Come to the Queen Casino in Baton Rouge. Wall-to-wall TVs mean you'll see every touchdown in HD. Place your bets and feel the thrill of every play with our DraftKings Sportsbook. The Queen Casino, where every moment is a win.
After further review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar. The Riot Radio Hour with Matt Moscona and Ryan Theriot, presented by Alpha Customs.
How would this sound in a tricked out ride from Alpha Customs?
I brought my ride to Alpha. There's some 22s, maybe 24s on it over at Alpha. You know what I like to do? I like to lift it up a little bit.
I know you do.
Roll the windows down after you get them tinted at Alpha. Maybe drop the sunroof. Throw on a little Go DJ. And go about 5 miles an hour under the speed limit.
Yep. That's it.
Down
That's the one.
Sharp Road.
That's the one.
Alpha can make it happen, man. They could do it all. That dream right there could be accomplished. Alpha Customs. Go check them out.
Tennessee's beating Vanderbilt 48-45 right now at the SEC tournament in Nashville. 12:31 to play in that one. I talked a bit ago about Will Wade, the possibility of him coming back to LSU. If it's not Will Wade, I believe best info that I have is that they'll run it back with Matt McMahon. What I would ask you is, if Will Wade won't leave NC State, would you still want them to move on from Matt McMahon and try to find a mid-major coach that whoever's next, who's the next mid-major up-and-comer?
Well,
people talk about the coach from UTEP.
What if next season, let's say they stick with Matt McMahon, and next season is similar to this season? Are you then going after Will Wade? Like, in other words, is this a Will Wade or bust thing forever?
Well, there's just some things that are just, these are obvious truths. The governor of this state wants Will Wade back.
Okay.
The chairman of the LSU Board of Supervisors now, Lee Mallett, wants Will Wade at LSU.
Best hair in the game.
The president of the system, Wade Roos, wants Will Wade.
Okay.
So you have people in positions of power and authority that want this.
All right.
That is not a unanimous opinion, however. Like, I believe, look, I know this, that LSU's athletic director, Verge Osbury, was in the room last year whenever Scott Woodward would not make the move to bring Will Wade back. And as I understand it, I've not had this conversation with Verge, so I want to be clear. This is something that I've been told. Verge has not told me this directly, that's not a move Verge would be in favor of, at least not presently or however it would be constructed. I don't know if he could be convinced or who ultimately has that say. But there's enough people in place that want that to happen that I think it would continue to be on the table. But last year, the Ducks were in a row last year to do it. And I know why they didn't do it, and I said it last year, I'm consistent. I think it was the right decision not to do it last year. How can you ask an athletic director that had to fire a coach for cause amid scandal to then rehire the coach he fired? It's just that's
not fair.
It's nonsensical.
I agree.
So, but here you are now.
Okay. So I think you go find the best available coach.
I don't think they're going to do that.
If that's the case, I think you go find a young.
No, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, you know, I mean that. Look, it's not like it's on the map. Look, I know NIL's different, and you can turn things around really, really fast. But I don't know. You say it all the time. Who are you going to hire? Yeah, you want the guy fired, but who are you going to hire? You know, I don't know.
I mean, you have. I think you just have to be honest with yourself at LSU about what you are.
Like, who would come? Yeah.
That's the point. People say to me all the time, "Oh, go get Bruce Pearl." Like, shut up. Is it realistic? Bruce Pearl had Auburn in the Final Four. He retired. He's not coming out of retirement after 1 year to take the LSU job. Worst facility in the league. Low budget. Like, you don't have history. You don't have a talent-rich state. Like, all the advantages you have in football at LSU, you don't have those advantages in basketball. So Bruce Pearl's not taking this job. The best you're going to do is a mid-major. That's what you're going to do, the same thing that you did when you hired Will Wade from Chattanooga or Matt McMahon from Murray State. That's what you're going to do. Johnny Jones from North Texas, that's what you're going to hire a mid-major. So you want to just throw a dart at a mid-major and see if it happens? You want to pay Matt McMahon $11 million, him and his staff, to go away, to then turn around and hire another mid-major that might work, might not? I get why Will Wade's interesting because he's won here. You mitigate risk. And people would be excited and he'd
be able to
step up and spit.
Yeah, he'd be able to get a lot of money too.
Immediately.
What does the number go down to?
Immediately.
I mean, does it go down pretty quick?
What do you mean?
The buyout number?
Oh, McMahon's? It's just, if it's for Will Wade, it becomes irrelevant. I mean, it would lessen by his salary, which is upper 2.7, upper 2s, 2.7, 2.8. It's like 2.7, 8.9 are the escalators for him.
If it's for Will Wade?
Oh, no, what I'm saying is, so Will's buyout right now is $5 million to get him away. So if you want to go hire Will Wade, you'd have to spend 10.8 on McMahon and his staff.
Right.
And then 5 on Will Wade.
And then another 15 to 20 on the roster.
LSU's not spending 15 to 20 on a roster. That's not happening. This year they spent just under 9. Last year it was 2. So they made a dramatic increase in their commitment to basketball this year. And they still finished dead last. I don't think Will would come here without a commitment to $10 to $12 million on the roster. I think that's where you'd be in that 10 to 12 million range. You're not getting 15 to 20. This isn't Arkansas. This isn't Kentucky. But you could get in that 10, 12 range, which I think is what it would take to get him here.
So you're looking at $30 million?
But remember, you're already paying a coach, and you're already going to buy a roster. So those things already stay in place. You're going to pay a little more for the coach and a little more for the roster, but you're going to have the $5 million to buy out Wade and the $11 million to buy out McMahon. So, but for Wade, they do it. My point is, I don't think they're going to spend $11 million of dead money to get rid of Matt McMahon to go take a shot on another mid-major. So I think if they can convince Will Wade to come, great. If not, I think they run it back with Matt McMahon next year. We're brought to you by the Williamson Eye Center. 924-2020, 924-2020, or WilliamsonEye.com. WilliamsonEye.com. I know it's Friday, but this might actually be the best time if you're heading home from work. You got a little time heading into the weekend to get online, explore some of those options, and then contact the Williamson Eye Center to set up that consultation. Eye care, eyewear, eye surgery. Do your annual eye exam, get your contacts or glasses prescription updated and filled, or schedule that refractive procedure so you can get rid of the contacts and glasses forever. I did it almost 8 years ago now. One of the best decisions I ever made. Wish I'd done it years before. WilliamsonEye.com, WilliamsonEye.com. All right, it's after further review. ADT just called me with a fire alarm at my house. I want to check on that. I just got to know. What are the chances Erica set off the fire alarm?
99.
Yeah, pretty good. Baking cookies or something, and there's a smoke alarm in the house.
99.
We'll see. It's AFR.
AFR.
Hey, who's at the Parish Construction Roofing Office? Who is our internet service provider?
Rev. R-E-V. Rev.
Why did we hire Rev to be our internet service provider at Parish Construction and Roofing?
Because they're the best. Their internet's the fastest, and we just really like the people. I like to do business with people that I like, and I like those people, and I'm going to do business with them.
Me too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's 70,000 Louisiana home and business owners in the southern part of our state that have hired Rev.
They're all smart for doing it.
Yeah.
And they all like the people probably too. And look, the internet's super fast. Don't get me wrong. It's awesome. Never goes down. But
I got an email yesterday from a guy at Rev. He's like, hey, hear you talk about us. So glad. Thanks for all the, his name's Nick. Thanks for all the shout outs. Here's my contact. If I could ever help you with anything, be in touch. You want to know what? When you're dealing with a local company, that's the type of thing.
Yeah.
It's not a call center overseas.
That's big.
Let'sRev.com.
Transform your living space with Lacoste & Young Remodeling and take your home from outdated to outstanding. Redefine your kitchen for the ultimate culinary experience or elevate your daily routine with a spa-worthy bathroom retreat. Our skilled team brings 3D modeling to life to ensure your vision becomes a reality. We believe luxury should be accessible and offer tailored solutions to fit your budget without compromising quality. So contact us today for a free estimate. Lacoste & Young Remodeling, providing perfect solutions for your dream home.
Everything you need for a stunning garden is at the Plant Barn in Baton Rouge. From trees and shrubs to plants and pottery, the Plant Barn has it all at great prices. Visit us today on Valley Street, right off Perkins Road in South Downs.
The Cane's Box Combo, a symphony of flavors. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
I'm Lawyer Locke Meredith.
If you're battling an insurance company because of a wreck not your fault and they're not calling you back or being fair, whether you hire us at all, give us a call, 272-5555, or email Locke Meredith, Sean Fagan and Associates. You have nothing to lose.
Hello, I'm Collins Meredith. If you've been injured on the job, you likely have a workers' compensation claim, but you may also have a tort claim, which opens up significant recovery rights not normally available for a work injury. If this is you, call us or come see us at Locke Meredith, Sean Fagan and Associates.
When it comes to choosing energy for your family and your home, make the smart choice with natural gas. You can count on efficient and affordable natural gas to keep you comfortable and reduce your environmental impact to help protect our planet. Together, we're fueling our energy future. Atmos Energy.
Looking for the ultimate game day experience? Come to the Queen Casino in Baton Rouge. Savor game day platters and snacks, plus drink specials at 1717 Kitchen and Cocktail. So come out for game day and let our team make you the MVP. The Queen Casino, where every moment is a win.
My father, J.B. Falgu, had a vision of growth for First American Bank and the communities we serve. The bank's foundation was built on his legacy of compassion, loyalty, and dedication. Through his years of leadership, First American has prospered to heights even JB could not have imagined. I know my father would be extremely proud of the customer service and financial stability that First American provides to Southeast Louisiana. We continue to thrive because of the legacy of JB Falgu.
Looking for cleaner energy? Propane is energy for everyone. And when you're cooking with clean, affordable propane, you're cooking with gas. In the wintertime, nothing heats a home like Louisiana propane. And when you need hot water, propane's got you covered. Oh, and you won't regret that propane generator when the power goes out. I'm Miss Louisiana, Gabrielle McLeod, and to find more
After Further Review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar. The Riot Radio Hour with Matt Moscona and Ryan Theriot, presented by Alpha Customs.
Wrapping up hour number 2. We're glad you're with us. Friday shows brought to you by Don Juan Cigar Bar in Town Center. Let's get to Ask Ryan to wrap up the hour. Email us, tweet us, text us, 225-396-4400, 396-4400, 396-4400. Craig Alemont. Ask Ryan. Now that we're going into league play, what's your concern level on how this may play out the next 10 weeks? Is 24-6 a possibility?
No. I can't really answer that. I need to answer that one next week. I need to see what happens this weekend.
Feels like cop-out.
I need to see what happens when the pitching lines up exactly the way that he wants it to. I think that's what we've been waiting for.
I mean, it's exactly what it's been so far for 4 weeks.
I think at the beginning it was, and then I think there was some tweaks and trying some things that didn't work very good.
Copping out of giving an answer isn't good radio.
What was the original question?
Is LSU going 24-6?
No, they're not.
That's so dumb. I don't know if he's serious. I'm not saying he's dumb. Greg, I'm not saying you're dumb. I'm saying that, like 24-6. Ray asked Ryan, theoretically, if you could compete and win gold in any Olympic sport, what would you choose?
If I could compete, like right now, or just like what sport I would like to compete in, would probably be like the sprint sports, the sprint athlete guys, or ping pong.
Ping pong, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Mark said clearly there's support to bring back Wade. Does he have interest? Yeah, I mean, to a degree. Will and his family loved it here. I mean, two things can be true at the same time. He can really enjoy the opportunity at NC State. He can want to stay there and believe he's going to win there and have resources there. And he can also have really loved Baton Rouge and think he can win at LSU and have friends here. And I think there's a human component of it that Will knows he's revered here.
Yeah, it's a good feeling.
And for a guy that was fired and vilified across college basketball, I think to go to a place where you're appreciated and I mean, look at the way we're talking about this guy. This man was fired for a cause. He was caught on a federal wiretap talking about a strong-ass offer. and none of us care. And I love the guy. I'd love for him to come back. But I think that's a big part of it. So yeah, he'd come back. I think there's a lot of ducks that would need to be in a row, and they're not all in a row yet. Not saying they won't be. I'm saying they're not right now. All right, hour 3 coming up after SportsCenter.
After further review.
Right about Rouse's, the official supermarket of the New Orleans Saints. Rouse's.com, Rouse's.com. Friday in Lent. How about some crawfish tonight?
It's a good choice.
Did you go get crawfish last Friday?
I did.
I wanted to, and I passed.
I did.
I just went home.
They're really good.
Rouse's has really good crawfish.
Mm-hmm. Shrimp, too.
They do have bull shrimp. All 76 Rouse's locations, they have in-house boiling rooms. So when you get crawfish at Rouse's, they're not like boiled somewhere else and brought in or whatever. Like they have in-house boilers. So they boil the crawfish there on site, bag them, tag them. So you walk into one of the hot and boiled kiosks, just grab the bag, 5 pounds of crawfish, whatever you want, corn, potatoes, take it to the register, check out. Done. Bada bing, bada bang, bada boom. Rouse's. They got sushi. They got fried catfish, fried fish, fried seafood balls, all kinds of stuff on the hot and boiled kiosks. Yeah. Check it out, Rouse's. This feels like home.
These ice cubes could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they cradle and cool the crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Nicely done, ice cubes.
Transform your living space with Lacoste & Young Remodeling and take your home from outdated to outstanding. Redefine your kitchen for the ultimate culinary experience or elevate your daily routine with a spa-worthy bathroom retreat. Our skilled team brings 3D modeling to life to ensure your vision becomes a reality. We believe luxury should be accessible and offer tailored solutions to fit your budget without compromising quality. So contact us today for a free estimate. Lacoste & Young Remodeling, providing perfect solutions for your dream home.
Hey, it's Matt Moscona inviting you to join us this Wednesday for AFR from Marucci's Hitter's House on Segan Lane in Baton Rouge. Come take some hacks in the cages with the best bats in the world, the official bat of Major League Baseball. It's at Marucci's Hitter's House in Baton Rouge.
If your office is experiencing performance issues like slow networks, jammed printers, or disappearing files, Advanced Office Systems may be right for you. With powerful IT solutions, print management, document imaging, and security systems, they help offices regain confidence naturally. Side effects may include uncontrollable efficiency, smoother workflows, and a sudden burst of office joy. Say goodbye to those emotional breakdowns in the supply closet and get back on track with Advanced Office Systems.
I'm Gabrielle McLeod on behalf of the Louisiana Propane Dealers. I have spent hundreds of hours preparing for scholarship competitions. That preparation paid off when I won the Fitness and Talent Awards along with the title of Miss Louisiana. The Louisiana Propane Dealers are also pretty talented and want you to be prepared for when the power goes out. Visit LouisianaPropane.com to find out about propane generators and other safety tips. Louisiana Propane, it truly is the fuel for our future.
At Raising Cane's, we hand batter every chicken finger, mix every cane sauce, butter every Texas toast, stir every slaw, and salt every fry. Because when you do it right, you can taste it in every bite. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
Hi, I'm Mitchell Meredith with Locke Meredith, Shawn Fagan & Associates. We take great pride in educating our clients about their rights. Whether you're injured at work or while you drive, call our office at 272-5555. Knowledge is power, and you should know your rights after an injury.
Hi, I'm Shawn Fagan of Locke Meredith, Shawn Fagan & Associates. When insurance companies have been unfair, we've never been afraid to go to trial. Fighting hard to protect your rights, we never settle a case out of convenience. We only settle when it's right for you. Whether you hire us at all, give us a call.
This is SportsCenter.
I'm John Ryder. The Carolina Panthers have agreed to a deal with free agent left tackle Rasheed Walker, reports ESPN's Adam Schefter. Terms haven't been announced. Walker's been a starter for Green Bay for the last 3 seasons. Seahawks GM John Schneider believes Washington State's new income tax on high earners will eventually have a negative impact on the team's ability to sign free agents. 2 rounds of the Players' Championship are finished. Xander Schauffele and Ludwig Aberg tied for the lead at 10 under, 1 ahead of Cameron Young. College basketball, Big Ten tournament quarterfinals, and a big game for a Badgers senior guard.
Boyd at the top of the circle. Rolls around the screen. The floater in the lane. It will crawl in for Boyd. 35 for Boyd.
I just don't know how he's doing that against the zone. That's what you're supposed to take away.
The magical dude. Magical dude.
Call on Learfield Sports, and Nick Boyd would finish with a game-high 38, and Wisconsin takes down Illinois 91-88 in overtime. Michigan gets past Ohio State 71-67. SEC quarters on ESPN. 6 minutes to go, second half. Vanderbilt leads Tennessee 63-58.
ESPN Radio is presented by Progressive Insurance. Progressive Commercial Insurance can protect your small business with over 30 coverage options, and easy-to-use mobile app, personalized discounts, and more. Get a quote in as little as 8 minutes at progressivecommercial.com. Discounts and coverage selections not available in all states or situations.
Matt Moscona.
I'm very important.
After further review.
Say it one more time.
After further review with Matt Moscona.
And here we go.
Live from the Raising Cane studio.
That's right! You can't handle the
Riot Radio Hour.
Let's do that again.
Guess who's back again?
I want some more.
The Riot Radio Hour.
Well, let's start the insanity. Giddy up.
With Matt Moscona and Ryan Theriot. Presented by the Spine Center of Louisiana.
Let me find out your
Hour 3 up we go. Welcome aboard. Glad you're with us. AFR presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar. Matt.
This is Shaq O'Neal, and I hate Matt.
Paul O'Neal.
They're chanting Paul O'Neal's name.
Mute. So. And Theriot! We're here. Glad you are as well. Get out there. Make it a good one. 5 o'clock. Quitting time. Glad you're driving home with us. Yeah, bruh.
Yeah, bruh.
Really good hour just in the rearview mirror. We're 58 minutes away from first pitch of LSU-Vanderbilt. Game 1, SEC opening weekend up there in Nashville. It'll be Case and Evans on the bump for the Tigers. What have you seen from Evans? The lineup will be posted here shortly. When it is, we'll run through it. What have you seen from Evans week 1 through week 4 in the pre-conference with his progression?
I mean, every start has been noticeably better and better and better, and this last start was right where he needs to be.
He's perfect through 5 innings.
I mean, listen, it was the velocity was a tick up, 2 breaking balls, sharp. You know, how do you not come out of the spring practice and dialed in and being ready to go? It's a big difference. Let me just say that. I don't know what changed or what's happened, but this last start, man, I tell you, I don't care who was facing him. He was going to get out.
One of the things that he said was that he worked with Yeski and they slowed down his windup. So, his windup is a very quick, sort of jerky delivery. And so they sort of slowed it down. And that he actually credited that for the tick up in velocity. He touched 99.
99. Short arm with a weird delivery. That's a – I don't know if you remember the name Jason Mott, but he was a closer for us in St. Louis when we won the World Series in 2011. But it was a short arm, upper 90s, and it played like 110 because you just couldn't see it a whole lot. I mean, that's what Evans does. Everything's quick with that. Even if they slow the delivery down, it's still quick, very unconventional, weird.
Yeah.
And then a short arm 99 in your face, good luck. It's tough, man.
Playing a Vanderbilt team tonight that it's hit 44 homers on the season already. Very uncharacteristic of Vanderbilt to see that type of power surge. But they're 11-7 on the season. They're really struggling on the bump. They're down 5 key arms. That's what Chris Lee, who covers Vandy, has for a long time. Really good baseball writer. This is going to be fascinating to see. So the lineup is posted there. They just posted a minute ago. So let's run through it here. And there is one two really significant things, I think, in the lineup, but we'll run through it. Okay, so Milam's going to lead off, play short. Brown's going to be in right, bat second. Curiel bumps down to the 3 hole. He'll be in center. York's at first. Arambidi's going to catch. Simpson gets the start at second in place of Dardar. And then the bottom third of your order, Braun's going to DH. Caraway at third. And Chris Stanfield back in the lineup in left field. So Milam, Brown, Curiel, York, Arambidi, Simpson, Braun, Caraway, Stanfield. What do you think?
Vandy throwing a lefty?
Righty.
Wow, interesting. Simpson's numbers are much, much, much better if you look at the comparison on all three. So, I mean, I'm not a big lefty-righty guy either, by the way.
Jay is.
Yeah, he is.
He plays the
That's
matchup.
why this is interesting to me. So I guess he feels pretty strongly about Simpson and his deal there. The Stanfield thing, look, and I know you guys understand. Everybody understands baseball. You understand baseball. Him hitting 9 and being productive there, getting base hits. I know his swing didn't look great last week. Is not as important as him hitting 9 and working counts and being able to bunt and having long at bats, basically being a second leadoff. It is such an important position. Why he did so well there last year was he just threw an at bat at you in the 9 hole and then turned the lineup over and got it back to the top of the order, either with a walk or hit by pitch. The guy just, it wasn't pretty all the time, but he would turn the lineup over and get your guys an extra at bat maybe in a game. So to have him back there, I think is really important, and it's going to help the offense. You're not going to see the big home run numbers and all that, but just holistically, I think it does help the offense.
Did you see his at bat on Tuesday?
Yeah, it looked like it hurt. Mm-hmm.
Jay said on his radio show Monday that Stanfield was a full go in hitting. That clearly is not the case. He had a pad on that hand, and he tried to bunt at the start of the AB, ended up striking out, and his swing and miss was bad. It was uncomfortable. It looked unnatural. It looked like he was trying to bat with one hand. Which tells me, I think this is less, you tell me if you disagree, I think this is less about his bat right now, and that is more about his defense and left. Because having Braun and Simpson and Reeves play left field at times this year, it's been a liability.
It's been an adventure.
That has cost you runs in the early going of this season. And I think if you're going to get into conference play, and especially on Friday nights in conference play when pitching and defense tends to be at a premium and runs tend to be lower, that, it's a big deal to have that guy in left.
We talked about it early in the season. We were kind of previewing this thing. Defensively, it could be the best outfield that LSU's ever had. You've got multiple guys that can go get it. You've essentially have 3 center fielders out there that can all go get it, that are all going to play or have the ability to play. I don't know about Stanfield, but the other 2 at the next level. That's why I was interested to see Harden out in left field, because I know he can defend as well. And so I still think that could happen at some point. But, yeah, man, look, I agree. I don't want to downplay the impact he's going to have offensively, though. I really don't.
No,
just because it's not a base hit doesn't mean that it doesn't, it doesn't help the team win. It may not go down in the stat sheet, but, we could look up in his 4 at-bats and him see 35 pitches. You know what I mean? What does that do to the other team's bullpen or starter at the end of the game? He could go 0 for 4 and see 35, 37, 38 pitches and get a guy out of the game, 4 or 5 batters early, and then you never know. So I think having him in there hopefully will be a nice shot in the arm.
I think all that is valid. And I think Stanfield, Jay's talked about it a lot this week, so I'm not going to say anything you haven't heard him say already. Stanfield led the SEC in doubles last year. He was LSU's leading hitter in conference play a year ago. And he had some key at-bats in the postseason. He was on the all-regional team. He had a 2 RBI hit in game 2 in the College World Series against Coastal in the 4th that blew that thing open. Like, he's had big at bats, and he's had 500 career at bats. Like, yes, I think Stanfield is a good. He's not going to give you power numbers. I think he hit 1 homer last year. It was in Omaha, wasn't it? He hit the one. It was in the postseason, but Stanfield is a good offensive player. I'm not downplaying that at all, and I very much look forward to having him back full go. What I'm telling you is, Jay said on Monday he was full go offensively in hitting on Monday, and then we watched him Tuesday, and it was very clear that was not full go. What I'm saying is, I don't care if he's not driving the baseball. I still like him. I'll take the out in the 9 hole if he does what you said, see some pitches, maybe drive up pitch count, would have a competitive at bat, but gives you a plus defender in left field.
Yep, I agree.
Like, it's been frustrating to watch some of those guys make plays in left or not make plays in left.
Braun DHing, I know he's had a great fall and had a good start thus far. I think we're seeing like a really good bat for the next couple of years with Braun. I really do. I mean, he puts together some good at bats, man, from all over the field. Mature approach. Encouraging last weekend or last game, I think, when York went the other way a few times and hit a few singles.
Yes.
Just giving a competitive at bat and not trying to hit the ball to the moon.
God.
Thought that was good.
Said it on the show on Wednesday, man. The 2 singles he had, and he was on base 3 times, get hit by a pitch. It felt like he's pressing to either hit he was hitting a homer, he was striking out, or he was popping up.
Mm-hmm.
It felt like everything he was doing was elevating the baseball. Man, sometimes just poke it the other way.
Just go hit.
Look, the AB where he got hit, they had shifted against him, and first pitch of the AB, try to drop a bunt down the third baseline. Yes, take your base.
Mm-hmm.
It's what you talk about it all the time, man. Like the merry-go-round. Just keep the merry-go-round going. Get on for the next guy. And if they're going to give you a base, take it.
Look, it's why Nate Yeske's so good at what he does. You look at LSU strikeout numbers every year. They punch out a lot of guys, and LSU wins a lot of games because when you strike out a lot as an offense, you're not very good. You're just not. You can't play for the 1 for 5 with a homer deal. What if it's a solo homer and you just get 1 run out of the thing? You know what I mean? So when LSU's offense starts doing those same things, all you got to do is look in the mirror and go, okay, well, this is why our pitching staff is so good. This is why Nate Yeske's so renowned as such a good pitching coach. You just can't give up that easily with the at-bat. I'm not saying you got to get a hit. But I am saying it can't be easy. You just don't make it easy on that pitcher, man. You'll be amazed what happens late in innings.
Yeah. We're brought to you by First South Farm Credit. Thinking of buying land, your first call should be to First South Farm Credit. FirstSouthLand.com, FirstSouthLand.com. Thinking of buying land, your first call should be to First South Farm Credit. They got the ultimate recreational land buying guide. Land buying guide. Who's going to get it out? What?
The guying guide.
The guying guide. The buying guide. FirstSouthLand.com. It's a free resource. A lot of people that buy land already own land. So maybe take some equity in your current property, roll it into your new property. First South Farm Credit can help make it work. Look, if you're buying land, it's not like buying a house or buying anything else. You want to deal with people that have help people finance land for more than 100 years. That's First South Farm Credit. FirstSouthLand.com. FirstSouthLand.com. All right, y'all, it is After Further Review. We're glad to have you hanging out with us here. Earlier this week, Mayor Sid Edwards was here, and we told you about a cool fundraiser they were doing. Part of that fundraiser was for anybody who made a donation, we were Guarantee was putting up a pair of tickets in the Guarantee Suite for an LSU baseball game later in the year. We're going to announce a winner that when we come back here in just a smidge. Countdown to LSU and Vanderbilt in about 46 minutes from right now. From Nashville, the Tigers are going to open up conference play. You want to get involved, you can. Email us, tweet us, text us, 225-396-4400, 396-4400, 396-4400. Stick around. It's AFR.
After Further Review.
If you're a man or a woman, doesn't matter, I'm strongly encouraging you to go get your hormone levels checked. Men, go to Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness, yourgoodwood.com, yourgoodwood.com. They're at the complex on Drusilla. There's Goodwood, which is the men's clinic. There's Unique Physique, which is the GLP-1s, semaglutide, tirzepatide. And then there's also Unique Aesthetics and Wellness. At Unique Aesthetics and Wellness, that's the wellness clinic. So it's laser, body contouring, laser hair removal, Botox, all that stuff. But that's where they also do women's HRT. So men, encourage your wives, especially women who are perimenopausal, when you start to do research about cognitive function, brain health, overall health benefits of hormone replacement therapy for men and women, and longevity, you got to learn the benefits, the health benefits of HRT for men and women. YourGoodwood.com if you want to learn more. Log on today, YourGoodwood.com.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a smart way to manage your money and time. Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
The experts at Hood Dental Care want you smiling bigger and healthier than ever. New patients can get a healthy gums cleaning for just $89, plus a free exam and full mouth x-rays. A $376 value. With over 3,000 five-star Google reviews, 5 local locations, and easy online scheduling with same-day care. Hood Dental makes it simple to get started. And we always have other great giveaways for new patients. Check out hooddentalcare.com and schedule your appointment today.
Hi, this is Beth Serena. Welcome to my pool. The first time I saw this beautiful pool, it exceeded every expectation that I had. They were able to get everything we wanted in this pool. It is a beautiful pool. We live out here, we eat out here, we watch TV out here. This is like our living room outside. We love this pool and everything about it. When we decided to build our pool, we called a great friend who is one of the best pool builders in the country in North Louisiana, and we said, who would you choose to build a pool in Baton Rouge? And without a hesitation, he told us Russell Pools. He said their history, tradition of great builds, great pools was unmatched. So of course, who did we call? Russell Pools. The advice I would give to anyone looking to build a pool is first call Russell Pools. They'll do an incredible job. It'll be incredibly organized, it'll be time efficient, and you will have your pool in no time.
It's not easy to be a champion.
It's built from every swing, pitch, and game all season long. In the grind, the focus,
and in the recovery.
FMOL Health, Our Lady of the Lake experts provide best-in-class care for our state's world-class athletes. Because it takes a champion to care for champions.
I trust the lake to keep me at my best.
From championship athletes to everyday champions, trusted care starts here.
After further review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar.
What's your name, girl? I'm so attracted to you.
The Riot Radio Hour with Matt Moscona and Ryan Theriot, presented by the Spine Center of Louisiana.
Big shout out to the Spine Center.
SO.
Thrilled to have them on board. Actually, we'll be doing a show over at Spine Center coming up in a couple of weeks. Super impressive. They're in the same building that the Williamson Eye Center is in there off of Bluebonnet in Baton Rouge. Gorgeous facility, awesome people. If you have back pain, living in back pain, don't do that anymore. Spine Center can help. Go to the Spine Center. SpineCenterLA.com is the website if you want to learn more. SpineCenterLA.com if you want to request that appointment. But I know it's scary. It sounds scary when you think about back or spine surgery, but it doesn't have to be. It's about quality of life. If you live in pain, you want to take Do you want to take pain medication the rest of your life? That's no fun. That's no way to live. Professionals over at the Spine Center can help you regain that quality of life and live a pain-free life. SpineCenterLA.com. SpineCenterLA.com. Earlier this week, Mayor President Sid Edwards was here in studio, sitting right there. And he talked about a fundraiser he's doing for Coach Corey. He's been with Coach Sid for many, many, many years. Now is facing a cancer fight, and they kind of reached out for help, some of the medical expenses and fundraising. So here at Guarantee Media, we put up a pair of suite tickets for the LSU game on May. Muse, do you remember which one we said it was? It's May.
No, it's the Texas A&M game.
No, it's not.
It's not? Okay, well, that's what we said. So that's what I remember.
It's not. It's May. My apologies, y'all. I want to get the exact date. Sorry. I know I have it in my calendar. It's in May. It's an LSU baseball game in May. Anyway, we were put up a pair of tickets for everyone who made a donation. There it is, May 15th. Friday, May 15th. So it's I think it's the Florida series. Florida. Yes, Florida. It's Friday, Florida series. Okay. So Friday, May 15th, Guarantee put up a pair of tickets in the suite. That'll be Parish night. Theriot and I will be there that night, and our winners will be there. And very pleased to note that Rob Stewart, not Rod Stewart, not the singer, Rob Stewart is the winner. So thanks for supporting Coach Corey. Thanks for making donations. Thanks to everybody who did. That link is up on all the 104.5 ESPN social media, and we're happy to help, pay it forward and do great things for people in this community. And we're happy to have the mayor here earlier this week and to be able to do that. So congrats to Rob Stewart. We look forward to seeing you at the LSU-Florida game on May 15th there at Alec Box Stadium. What do you think about what the Saints have done so far in free agency?
Well, we're back. The Saints are back. I'm fired up. I love what they've done in free agency. I think they're making some moves, man, spending some money, making some good moves. I think it's going to be a great year with the Saints. We got our quarterback. We got a running back.
Are you just going through generic talking points?
We got a running back.
It's going to be a great year. We made some good moves.
We got a running back from South Louisiana.
We got a quarterback.
I couldn't say that last year, 2 years ago.
No, you're right.
We didn't have a quarterback.
When you have the quarterback, a lot of other it's the first big piece. When you have the quarterback in place, you can build around it. Because you're right. When you think about every offseason since Drew Brees has been gone, it's been
who's going to play quarterback.
And even when you signed Derek Carr,
he stinks.
He did stink.
Yeah, he wasn't any good. I wanted to keep Demario Davis, so that makes me sad.
I'm so sad about that.
Are you still going to wear your headband?
Did you not see what happened at Super Bowl? Did I tell you this? Oh, my God. Dude, I didn't tell you this? Bro, I had to have told you this.
I don't think so.
So we have DeMario on the show at Super Bowl.
Okay.
So last year in New Orleans, when DeMario came on the show, I asked him for, the armbands that he wears?
Yeah.
Like the arm sleeve?
Yep.
He's got that white and like the gold fleur-de-lis with the white sleeve.
Yeah.
But I talked about it, I was like, man, it's awesome. I got to get one. Like I said, I'm not begging, I'm buying. I'm not asking you to give me one. Just tell me where I can get it. Anyway, so he was like, hey, I'm going to connect you with my guy. And he was like, hey, man, get this guy an arm sleeve. Right? So I give the guy my contact, whatever, thank you. Never hear from him. Happens, no big deal.
Yeah,
I'm not going to pester the guy for a sleeve, arm sleeve. It's really cool. But anyway, so like the week before the Super Bowl this year, somehow it came up. So we're talking about the arm sleeve thing. And I mentioned on air that just what I just said. Yeah, we never got it. Well, I guess we took that clip or someone took the clip and DeMario saw it. So at Super Bowl this year in San Francisco, came on the show and everything's already scheduled. So he's scheduled, comes on the show, and he's walking up and he goes, oh my God. He goes, and he turns to his wife and he's like, hey, give me she pulls out of her purse 2 arm sleeves. Is this it? Oh, here you go. Look. This is it. Paul's got the clip. Okay. Shout out, Paulie. So his wife brings him the arm sleeves. He brought me like freight to San Francisco, the white and gold arm sleeve, and one that says "Man of God" on it. If I didn't already love this guy enough, like then he brings with him to San Francisco these arm sleeves for me.
That's big.
And then I can't believe you missed this. And then the Saints let him walk. I'm so sad. I'm impossibly sad that DeMario Davis is gone. Look at that. Look at me with my arms.
Dude, how cool is that? That is so awesome.
He fills the arm sleeve a little better than I do.
Man, I love that story. That is a great story. Yeah, so he's gone, which I'm sad about. So are you still going to wear? So are you going to wear both arm sleeves?
Hell yeah.
And your headband?
Do I still wear it during Saints games this year?
I think so.
I don't know. Like, he ain't playing anymore.
I know, but I don't know, man.
And I ain't wearing no Jets stuff.
Mm-mm.
Although Jets are green and white, like Parrish.
Are you still, you're going to watch Jets games and pull for him?
Well, I'll always pull for him. I'm not going to watch Jets games.
Yeah.
Now let me correct that. The national networks the NFL puts the Jets on in primetime every freaking week. Jets, Giants, Rams, Chargers. It's just all the LA and New York teams. So they'll force feed us Jets and Giants all the time. So I'm sure I'll see them play, but I'm not fired up to watch them. But I'm bummed. You got rid of a dude that was your leading tackler, had 2 best seasons of his career the last 2 years, just because he's 37. Not happy about it.
And he gave you some stuff.
He gave me stuff. I was fired up about that.
That's cool, man.
We're brought about Arco Power Systems, arco.com, ARCCO, arco.com. And I want to talk here in a second with an update on that lawsuit of the reporters that are suing LSU. Arco Power Systems, ARCCO, power goes out. What do? Well, your generator kicks on. What about your business? Well, hopefully you've called Arco and you have a Generac industrial standby generator installed and ready to roll when the power goes out. Listen, got to be honest, man. Your business, you can't afford for your business to go offline. What if it's a critical infrastructure? Hospitals, grocery stores, gas stations. Like, you can't afford to be without power. That's where Arco Power Systems comes in. We always say when the storm comes, it's too late. So call Arco now to have a plan for when the storm comes. Everything is turnkey with Arco. They can sell, service, install, or rent that Generac industrial standby generator for your business. ARCCO. Arco.com, arco.com, ARCCO, arco.com. Did you follow the story all about the reporters that are suing LSU?
I saw it yesterday, read a little bit about it, and then I read the comments, and it was funny. So,
what do you think's funny?
Well, the comments were funny. Just people's comments were funny, but I don't know understand it totally, so I can't really comment on it.
So what was interesting? So Todd Dunn, who's one of the Todd Horn. Todd Dunn was in a different phase of life professionally. But Todd Horn from Tiger Rag was on with Hunt Palmer earlier today and basically said that the 3 of them, Piper Hutchins and Chris Nakamoto and Todd, haven't met. Like, they didn't collaborate on this. They are just all using the same attorney for the same end. And so they kind of all got lumped together, even though they didn't like conspire for this lawsuit. I think the most interesting part of it, and yesterday when we talked about this, I was a little undecided because I just didn't know enough about state law. And I think in talking to a whole bunch of people today, some attorneys, some legislators, and then people at other schools as well, like in other states, every state has their own law. There are student privacy laws, and I think maybe the most interesting part of this is I keep coming back to this one chief question. I understand that every dollar for the state, like that's state funds, is subject to Freedom of Information record requests. It's public record, right? Like if the state builds a road, then the funds used for that road, that's public record, right?
Correct.
Like, we can disclose this. So Parrish has done work at a lot of public places. Like, so currently we have a soft wash contract with LSU. We can say that.
Yeah.
Parrish is soft washing a lot of buildings on LSU's campus.
That's right.
If anybody wants, those contracts are public record. You can go see that Louisiana State University hired Parrish Construction and Roofing to do soft washing around the campus to clean and beautify a lot of buildings. Like, that's public record.
That's right.
So LSU Athletics is an extension of the university, which is a state institution. So every dollar spent, what these reporters are arguing, that is subject to public records request. We also in this state do have student privacy laws. That's number one. And number two, I think because of that, there's this real question about sort of line items, whereas employees, we know what every employee at LSU makes. Mm-hmm. That's public record. We know what the AD makes. We know what professors make. We know what the general manager makes, the coaches and all the we know what they make, but they're employees. Student athletes are not employees. This is not the rev share is not an employment contract. So there's this question about the legality there. And I kind of think the more I've learned about this today, we as a state already have legislation in place that protects student athletes, and also because they're protects students with privacy laws, and because they're not employees, that I don't think this is subject to a line item review. I kind of side with LSU on this one, but I think maybe the most important thing of this whole endeavor is so that the legislature or the courts do set precedent and shut this down so it doesn't become public. It's very obvious why LSU doesn't want this public, because it will be used against you in recruiting. If other schools know how much you spend, what those contracts look like, if there are deliverables and things of that nature, it's like poker. It's easier to play a hand of poker if I know what cards you have. So if someone's recruiting against you, the more information that's out there, the more of a detriment it is. So I'm not saying that necessarily you change state law so LSU isn't at a recruiting disadvantage, but there has to be some clarification herein.
So the argument on the reporter's side is
it's public funds. It should be subject to
on the rev share. So the 20 whatever,
$20.5 million.
All right, so
how LSU spends that $20.5 million, they're saying they should be able to get that information.
They should be able to who it goes to and how it goes to them and that whole deal. And in any other state, that's not a thing. Is that right?
Well, in every state, there's different state laws. Okay. This is why everyone keeps saying we need federal legislation. Okay. Because you have 50 different states with 50 different laws and 50 different interpretations potentially.
Yeah,
but the other thing to keep in mind too is, I know we differentiate NIL and rev share, but I'm probably going to blow some people's mind with this. I know this for a fact. I think a lot of people have heard me talk for a long time about NIL, right? 5 years ago, I was doing the NIL podcast with Pixley, with Matchpoint, and it was maybe the first of its kind NIL podcast 5 years ago when NIL was in its infancy. And so I have a lot of connections in this space at a lot of different schools in a lot of different states, and from administrators and coaches and heads of collectives and boosters. And so I know a lot about this. A lot of these rev share deals with student athletes are actually contractually written as NIL deals. Now, I know it's going to blow people's mind because it's not NIL in the sense of a third-party NIL, but they're not. The NCAA does not allow pay for play. So these student athletes, I think of it in these terms, and maybe functionally it is, they're not being paid to play football or basketball. LSU is just specifically sharing revenue.
Got it.
So if you're just sharing, it's not an employment contract because they're not employees. They're just sharing in revenue with the student athletes. And so a lot of these contracts are written as NIL deals with the university for the rev share. Well, NIL deals, the state of Louisiana, in the state law, this was written in a lot of I think if you go look at Piper's piece at the Luminary, this is written in there. Louisiana state law protects NIL contracts. So, like, student athletes don't have to disclose their NIL deals.
Mm-hmm.
So I could see a deal, like, I don't know what LSU, I haven't seen an LSU rev share contract. I just candidly, I've not seen one. But I know this is the case a lot of places. Like, that's how it's written, then that's protected under state law already. So I think where we're heading is that we're probably going to get clarification on this, but I do not think that ultimately these numbers and rev share contracts are going to be disclosed.
Yeah, you can't. At least not in real time. You could do it after the fact, like 24 months after it expires.
I still wouldn't want to see that.
I wouldn't either, but I'm just saying, like.
I'm not saying I would. I would want to see it just out of curiosity, but again, you're still going to have the same issue of putting yourself at a competitive disadvantage. And I think the state and probably the courts are going to have to provide through this whole process. They will have to provide clarity one way or another. All right, it's after further review. Let's take a quick break. One final look at LSU and Vanderbilt. First pitch, 24 minutes. We'll get to Ask Ryan as well. Stick around. It's AFR.
AFR.
We're brought to you by Darren James and Associates, brokered by LPT Realty, agent225.com, agent225.com. Buying or selling commercial or residential, think real estate, think Darren James. Remember, Darren guarantees he'll sell your home. What? Yes, guarantees it. He calls it the guaranteed sale program. Get it?
I see what he did.
Get it? It's easy. You'll sit down with Darren. You'll agree to a price and a deadline. If he doesn't sell your home at that agreed upon price by that agreed upon deadline, he'll have your home bought with cash or he'll sell it for free. 335-7666, 335-7666, 335-7666. That's Darren's cell. You can call him, text him right now. Text him, say, hey, Darren, I heard Scone talking about you. 335-7666, 335-7666, or agent225.com. Need to sell your home? Need Darren James, agent225.com.
Think real estate, think Darren James.
Who bears the standard? Who sets the bar? It's not those satisfied by low-hanging fruit or by taking it easy. No, the standard is set by the best of us, by those who work hard. Dig deeper. Give more. At Sunshine, we're proud to provide John Deere products that work hard for you, the standard bearers. Find the dealer nearest you at sunequip.com.
Trust isn't given, it's earned. Earned by showing up, putting in the work, the hours that nobody sees. I didn't get here on my own. I trust my coaches to lead, my teammates to step up, and when the game is on the line, Our Lady of the Lake to keep me healthy and on the court. Because it takes a champion to care for a champion. I trust the Lake.
From championship athletes to everyday champions, trusted care starts here.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
Hi, this is Beth Serena. Welcome to my pool. The first time I saw this beautiful pool, it exceeded every expectation that I had. They were able to get everything we wanted in this pool. It is a beautiful pool. We live out here. We eat out here. We watch TV out here. This is like our living room outside. We love this pool and everything about it. When we decided to build our pool, we called a great friend who is one of the best pool builders in the country in North Louisiana, and we said, who would you choose to build a pool in Baton Rouge? And without a hesitation, he told us Russell pools. He said their history, tradition of great builds, great pools was unmatched. So of course, who did we call? Russell Pools. The advice I would give to anyone looking to build a pool is first call Russell Pools. They'll do an incredible job. It'll be incredibly organized. It'll be time efficient, and you will have your pool in no time.
After further review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar. The Riot Radio Hour with Matt Moscona and Ryan Theriot, presented by the Spine Center of Louisiana.
We'll see, like we were practicing today, pretty intentful practice, and it's just got to be at game speed. I don't think it's out of the question, is what I would say. I don't know that it's a certainty. I don't think it's out of the question, though.
That was Jay Johnson when he met with reporters on Wednesday, asked about Chris Stanfield. If you missed it, Chris Stanfield is in the starting lineup for LSU here tonight against Vanderbilt. First pitch in 20 minutes from right now. You could hear it on the LSU Sports Radio Network on our sister station, Eagle 98.1. Again, I'll run through the starting lineup again for those that might have missed it just a bit ago. Milam, Brown, Curiel, York, Arambidi, Simpson at second base, Braun DHing will bat seventh, Caraway, and then Stanfield playing left and batting in the 9-hole makes his return. Stanfield hasn't started since the second game of the season. Of course, made his return on Tuesday night against Creighton when he was a defensive replacement. Did get one at-bat. He struck out. So Milam, Brown, Curiel, York, Arambidi, Simpson, Braun, Caraway, Stanfield is how they'll line it up. How big do you think it is for LSU to go get a series win this weekend?
I think it's real big. I mean, they hadn't played great the last 10 days or so. Vandy's a good team, not a great team, but I mean, to get off on a good start in the SEC is super important. I think you've got an advantage on the mound all three games. So yeah, it's extremely important for LSU to get off on a good foot here in the SEC.
I think they I'll be very interested to see how Evans does tonight. He was awesome last week, but against a completely overmatched opponent. But still, he was awesome. I mean, getting 15 up, 15 down with 9 strikeouts is incredible.
Well, the thing, too, that you got – and this is LSU's pitcher staff as a whole. When they're good, they're not walking anybody.
Yes.
Like, they're throwing strikes. And that's generally a good recipe for victory.
Who do you think – because Jay also said there's 4 bullpen arms that he knows he can count on right now. Like, who do you think – 2 of them we know are Sheeran and Guidry. Who do you think are the other 2?
The lefty
Cooper Williams, tall lefty, or Garcia? Santiago Garcia.
I
wouldn't have said that before Tuesday.
No, but I mean, and look, man, Rizzi really threw the ball well the other day, and I know it's in there. But the Garcia, Rizzi, what he gave us 5 the other day with locating the breaking ball. The young guys have really struggled out of the bullpen. Not very encouraging at all. But right now, I think it's those 2. I don't know. What do you think?
I like Garcia as a situational lefty. We saw him come in the game in Lafayette on the road with a runner on second, nobody out, and he came in for a lefty-lefty matchup against a left-hander that had not gotten a hit against a lefty all year, and he got him to pop up. Mm-hmm. So I think I liked that we saw him extend a little bit the other day. I would have said that from Jay's perspective, he'd probably say Zach Cowan is in that mix. But Cowan has not been good this year. What are you seeing there?
The stuff isn't like jump off the page stuff.
But it wasn't good last year.
That's what I'm saying. But if your location, if you're not pinpoint perfect with your location and your stuff doesn't play, being super explosive, then you're going to get hit, man. I mean, it's just not great. His changeup's his best pitch. You got to be able to locate it and throw for a strike at any moment, at any time. I would disagree. I mean, I don't think it's Cowan. At least it's not Cowan right now. It could be at some point. We really need him to be able to throw the ball well, to be able to come in and give you multiple innings. You need that long relief guy that you can count on, and he would theoretically be it. But to be honest, I mean, I forgot he was even there. Like, he just hadn't done a whole lot.
He's got an ERA rate 13.5 right now. Just a little perplexing, man, because he was so good for you a year ago, and it just, 4 appearances this year, 4 innings pitched. He's given up 6 runs on 12 hits, 8 strikeouts, 2 walks. He's not missing bats, man.
No.
And that's when you throw 90. Isn't that you and I have talked about this before? Isn't that the same problem Guidry has?
Yeah, but Guidry's got a breaking ball that is elite.
But yes. But if he's not throwing that for a strike, the fastball isn't good enough to get him out of jams.
No, it's not. But his curveball, he pitches off of his curveball.
Yeah.
Which is odd. I mean, it's just hit. In other words, I think he locates his curveball and throws it way more than Cowan does the changeup and locates it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, you give Guidry 4 or 5 more miles an hour. Like, he's a mega dude. I mean, because that curveball is real, and he can flip it in there whenever he wants to. I feel like he was playing around with a cutter the other day, too. I don't know if that was on purpose or he was just getting on the side of the heater. It looked like the fastball had a little cut to it, which is interesting.
I mean, ideal situation tonight, I think, is what we saw a couple of weekends ago, man. Look, this is a total best-case scenario, right? But if you can get through the first 2 games using 4 pitchers – what I would love to see from LSU this week, look, I would love to see him sweep, obviously, but I really think the path for LSU this year is, I think this is different from years past, where you thought, it was, for example, last year, you're going to win on Friday with Anderson.
Yeah.
And then try to split the next 2. I think this year the pressure goes on William Schmidt in Game 3. I think it's split those first 2 with Evans and Moore, and William Schmidt gives you a massive advantage on Sunday
100%.
because ain't nobody else got one of them on Sunday.
Nope.
Not like that.
I agree. You look, you hit the nail on the head. I mean, you're hinting at the bullpen and those guys that can be relied upon. Somebody's going to have to step up. I was hopeful that it would be one of the young guys. I was excited to see Sheeran extend a little bit.
Yeah.
I think that's good. I would like to see him throw on back-to-back days and see what that looks like if he's capable of doing that. Could you do some matchup type stuff with those 2 that we mentioned in back-to-back days that could bridge that gap and get you where you need to be? And then lastly, I mean, if Rizzy is 6'13" and he throws 99, okay? So, man, if we can harness that somehow and he can build off that last outing, he's a really, really important piece of the puzzle if you can get him going.
We're brought to you by Supper Club. Hey, it's 5:48, so we're getting close to dinner time. They are open over at Supper Club, and you might think, Matt, it's Friday and Lent. I'm not eating steak. Okay. Go by Supper Club and get the Chilean sea bass. Oh,
I love it. Melts in your mouth.
I don't know what that,
How about them Brussels sprouts?
Brussels sprouts are incredible. All the sides are terrible. Are incredible. I love that mac and cheese with the bacon in it.
Oh yeah. Come on.
Oh my God, it's so good. You can't go wrong. But Chilean sea bass, Ora King salmon. They've got scallops. They've got the tuna and the crudo. They've got some cold appetizers that are fish. They've got Alaskan king crabs, stone crabs. You got to go. They've got tons of lobster. They got tons of options, seafood options over at Supper Club. So you want to go have the best meal of your life here on this Friday to kick off St. Patty's Day weekend? Let's go. Supper Club. SupperClubBTR.com. 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 All right, y'all, it's after further review. We'll wrap up with Ask Ryan next. Quick Ask Ryan to wrap up the show. Spine Center presenting Hour 3 of the Riot Radio Hour. Stay here.
AFR.
We're brought by the Watermark and the Renaissance. Watermark downtown, Renaissance Southtown. So tomorrow, St. Patty's Day. Man, a lot of people I know are going to be in and around downtown. You're going to catch the parade. Maybe pop downtown and go see our friends at Watermark Baton Rouge. Gorgeous spot. Baton Rouge's premier hotel property. Voted by you the best hotel in the best of 225. A lot of people like to bar hop. just have some pedestrian traffic there, in downtown Baton Rouge, walk 3rd Street, pop on into Watermark Baton Rouge, even if you're not staying there. The lobby bar is awesome. It's a great place to go have a cocktail, a glass of wine, maybe a beer. Just, you could see the big windows there in, looking out onto 3rd Street where you could see some of the pedestrian foot traffic. You like to people watch a little bit. Watermark's a great spot to do that. If you want some food, they have the Gregory, which is a beautiful restaurant dining experience. But they also have Milford's on 3rd. So Milford's, there's access through the lobby or through 3rd Street. Check it out. Downtown Baton Rouge. Watermark Baton Rouge.
Another roof gone too soon.
Looks like neglect. There's no doubt about it. This is a case of poor installation.
At Pelican Roofing, we don't guess. We investigate to find the real cause of your roof's problems. Call Pelican Roofing for your free roof investigation today.
Case closed.
If your office is experiencing performance issues like slow networks, jammed printers, or disappearing files, Advanced Office Systems may be right for you. With powerful IT solutions, print management, document imaging, and security systems, they help offices regain confidence naturally. Side effects may include uncontrollable efficiency, smoother workflows, and a sudden burst of office joy. Say goodbye to those emotional breakdowns in the supply closet and get back on track with Advanced Office Systems.
My father, J.B. Falgu, had a vision of growth for First American Bank and the communities we serve. The bank's foundation was built on his legacy of compassion, loyalty, and dedication. Through his years of leadership, First American has prospered to heights even J.B. could not have imagined. I know my father would be extremely proud of the customer service and financial stability that First American provides to Southeast Louisiana. We continue to thrive because of the legacy of J.B. Falgu.
When it comes to choosing energy for your family and your home, make the smart choice with natural gas. You can count on efficient and affordable natural gas to keep you comfortable and reduce your environmental impact to help protect our planet. Together, we're fueling our energy future. Atmos Energy.
The Cane's Box Combo, a symphony of flavors. Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
After a decade of working in private duty nursing, I know how hard it can be to find compassionate care for the ones that you love the most. So I started Decision Critical, a premier concierge nursing agency, so we can take care of you wherever you are. Our highly skilled nurses provide exceptional care from the comfort of your own home with personalized packages for short-term, long-term, or even around-the-clock care. Visit us at decisioncriticalbr.com and give us a call today to get started.
Sometimes you ignore the signs, even when they're right in front of you. Problem gambling isn't always easy to spot. Know the signs. Set your limit. Learn more about healthy.
After Further Review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar.
The Riot Radio Hour with Matt Moscona and Ryan Theriot, presented by the Spine Center of Louisiana.
Big shout out Dr. McCarthy, Dr. Harrod over at Spine Center of Louisiana, spinecenterla.com. Call schedule, the office nearest you. They can get you in quickly. Can't wait when you're in pain. Their mottos will get you in fast. They treat all of Louisiana, spinecenterla.com, spinecenterla.com. All right, let's get to Ask Ryan, wrap up the show. Email us, tweet us, text us, 225-396-4400, 396-4400. Ask Ryan. Favorite beer to drink with bull crawfish? Bud Light.
Yeah, it got to be a Bud Light.
Ask Ryan, you got your CDL?
I don't personally, but a lot of folks at the office do.
Greg Lehman. Ask Ryan, man, we really need a win tonight, am I right?
We do. It's important.
Ask Ryan, favorite teammate, college or pro?
Oh, it's got to be Mike Fontenot. He's my guy. Because I had him in college and I had him professionally. Also had Blair Barbier in college and professional.
Oh.
I did.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so maybe Mike and Blair. Let's do that.
Raymond said, hope they let y'all soft wash Tiger Stadium.
Raymond,
I love that idea.
It's funny you say that. We're working on it. Working hard on it.
Are we really?
We are.
Are we like bidding on it, or they hired? Oh,
no, it's a work in progress.
Ask Ryan. This LSU team, something before a conference game. What's your prediction on conference record this season?
I don't have a prediction yet.
Ask Ryan, what do you think of the Alex Bregman trade to the Cubs? He can get traded to the Cubs. He signed there as a free agent. What do you think about Bregman to the Cubs?
I love Alex in Chicago.
Ask Ryan to ask Jonna how we pronounce Etienne in Cajun country, then you'll know.
That's true. I'm going to ask her.
She's going to say Etienne. Etienne.
We'll see.
AFR.
As we get on down the road, got to remind you about FMOL Health, Our Lady of the Lake. Championship health partner of LSU Athletics, OLOLRMC.com/LSU. OLOLRMC.com/LSU, Our Lady of the Lake and LSU. Of course, Our Lady of the Lake, tell you to trust the team that cares for the team you love. That's Our Lady of the Lake. You love the Tigers, and the lake will take care of the Tigers and everyday champions like you and me. As they often say, it's not just for athletes, from sports medicine to pediatrics, heart care to recovery from everyday injuries. Our Lady of the Lake brings championship-level care to families across Louisiana. Trust the team that cares for the team you love. Our Lady of the Lake and LSU. OLOLRMC.com/LSU. OLOLRMC.com/LSU. Our Lady of the Lake. Can't wait to tell you about a lot of the NIL deals that the Lake has with the baseball Tigers as we move through baseball season. Our Lady of the Lake in LSU.
At Raising Cane's, we hand batter every chicken finger, mix every cane sauce, butter every Texas toast, stir every slaw, and salt every fry. Because when you do it right, you can taste it in every bite. Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
At Ochsner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Ochsner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Ochsner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Jordan Faber here with some exciting news. Faber Automotive has officially arrived. We're proud to introduce your new hometown dealership, Faber Chevrolet GMC. That means more inventory, better deals, and the same great local team. Now backed by the trusted Faber family name. Whether you're shopping or servicing, you'll feel the difference from day one. Allow us the opportunity to earn your business.
Fabry Chevrolet GMC. Visit us in St. Francisville or online at FabryChevrolet.com.
Hey, it's Matt Moscona inviting you to join us this Wednesday for AFR from Marucci's Hitter's House on Segan Lane in Baton Rouge. Come take some hacks in the cages with the best bats in the world, the official bat of Major League Baseball. It's at Marucci's Hitter's House in Baton Rouge.
When it comes to industrial construction, River Parish Contractors can do it all. Mechanical, structural, custom fabrication, specialized welding, and turnaround services. Strategically located in between Baton Rouge and New Orleans, we have the local team with the experience and commitment to safety to manage the most complex industrial projects. Period. Here's the deal. Partnering with us means your project is delivered on time, on budget, and most important, safely. River Parish Contractors, let's get building.
Lockmere to Sean Fagan and Associates has won for our clients over $175 million over the decades, but our greatest success is our clients who have chosen and trusted us to help them. Whether you hire us at all, give us a call. You've got nothing to lose.
Hi, I'm Sean Fagan. If you get injured, you could be staring at medical bills, repair costs, and lost income. Life can be turned upside down. At Lockmere to Sean Fagan and Associates, we'll work to turn your world right side up. Hire us, and like thousands of our clients, you'll be glad you did.
Looking for cleaner energy? Propane is energy for everyone. Propane water heaters are very cost efficient, and the savings are even greater with a tankless propane water heater. We all know that Louisiana propane is a safe and environmentally friendly fuel. So why not go green while you save some green? I'm Miss Louisiana, Gabrielle McLeod, and for more information, visit louisianapropane.com.